Hello, hello. It's me, Dan.
Sorry, I was looking at something and I didn't realize it then started. Hence my crazy
I told
smile.
you.
Hi, I'm Felicia.
And today we are playing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. It's the third game in the original Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy. The reason we're playing the third game and not like the first or second is because I have already played the first and second off stream. And so the third one's the only one I haven't played yet on this particular collection. Felicia hasn't played any of them, but
I have watched you play.
yeah, she's watched me play the first couple of ones.
And I like when people shout. "Oh!"
Yeah. Objection's the big one. Objection!
Objection!
Yeah. So this does have a lot of reading. We may read some of it. I don't think I started the third one. No, that's the first two games. So yeah, I've beaten the first two games.
I don't think we need to read everything because there's a lot of text.
There's gonna be a lot of text. So yeah, we'll try to not read everything. So episode 1, Turnabout Memories. Hey, so she was our boss. This is Mia Fey, but she died in the first game. Yeah. Play Turnabout Memories. Yes. She died in the first game. She was murdered.
Did we solve a case?
I think so. Huff, huff. Ooh, that's a nice rain effect. Arg, how did I get into this mess? Why? Why did I do that?
Wait, who's saying this now?
We don't know. That looks like Phoenix Wright on the right-hand side with the hair. That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore.
Who's speaking?
Hey, it's none of your business. I think the green is Phoenix. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Stop it!
Let me know if you get tired. Okay, I can take over the reading.
Don't talk about her like that.
Oh!
So Phoenix punch him out? Hey, Eldiner! That's a hilarious shirt. It wasn't me. I didn't...
Wait, how come his phone is no longer green?
I didn't do it. Maybe because now
It's just
he's the
him
only one speaking. Yeah.
That's confusing, game.
So I think this is in the 5 years earlier, Mia Fey second trial. So maybe we're gonna play as Mia Fey for this first. Usually the first case is usually pretty simple, and they try to reintroduce you to concepts. 9:40 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3, April 11th. Phew! It's finally time. I'm kind of nervous. Ahem. Oh, Mr. Grossberg. Good morning. Ah, Mia, please calm yourself down. Maybe you should do Mia's lines.
Ah, Mia.
No, that's me. You're going to get yourself arrested for suspicious behavior, you know.
What are you talking about? I am relaxed, Mr. Grossberg. Look at me, I'm relaxed. That sounds exactly like
sounds
me.
like Felicia, yeah. Definitely one of your favorite games, Eldiner. That's good.
I will relax if it kills me.
Grrmph. Let go of my lapels. Humph. You obviously haven't got the temperament to be a lawyer.
I'm so sorry. It's just that I'm so nervous today.
Oh, that's right. This is your first time in the big leagues, isn't it? Well, never you fear, my dear. I, Marvin Grossberg, am at your service.
Actually, this is my second time in court.
Still, you surprised me. What with your earnest request last night? Let me handle this case, you suddenly said. And quite forcefully, too.
I just found out yesterday about the case, I mean.
What? And you've already learned all the relevant facts?
Well, about that, you see... I mean, of course I have, I think. It also sounds like me.
Oh dear. In any case, don't let our client see you're so nervous. You see the poor young man in the pink sweater over there? That's our client.
Isn't that supposed to be Phoenix, right?
Yeah. Oh, he's wearing a mask. Cough, sniffle. Good morning, everybody. Good morning there, everybody.
Good morning. Try to keep smiling, Mia.
I just want to say, I'll give it all I've got.
What's he doing?
I think he's sneezing or shouting. Yep, it'll be fine, no problem. Cough. Achoo, achoo.
Oh no! This was before COVID.
This is before COVID, long before COVID. The Switch collection came out in like 2020.
What's wrong? Do you have a cold or something, Mr. Wright?
Actually, it's Wright. Like the Flying Brothers. People screw it up all the time. And yes, I have a cold. That's what this mask is for. This is the most ridiculous sweater I've ever seen this man wear.
I love your sweater. We should get you one.
My
Put A
doc,
on it.
my doc says this way, I won't give it to anyone else. Be kind to others, he says. That is correct. Wear masks when you're sick. Right.
Right, Mr. Wright.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
You have nothing to fear in court today. If you are truly innocent, I promise I will save you. Wait, does it mean that she will not if he's not innocent?
Please, let go of my shirt. Cough.
She's a grabber, huh? That's right, he's the one on trial, not you. He's the one who should be nervous. Would you say strong for your client, Mia?
So I think this is when Mia and Phoenix first meet.
My name is Mia Fey, and I'm still pretty new at this lawyer thing. Oh no, she dies later.
Yeah.
The first time I appeared in court was a year ago. Now I feel sad because I got to know Mia. But that trial traumatized me so badly, I thought I'd never set foot in another courtroom. It's been 1 year since then, and well, here I am again.
Hey, Joe.
Hi, Joe! But this time I'm gonna win. For my client and for myself. Before I die. I'll learn to knit and knit you a pink t-shirt with a heart with an A on it.
Okay.
An AD! Just like Sherlock!
April 11th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 2.
Oh, creepy! The...
Court is now in session for the trial of Phoenix Wright.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
That's what Mia looks like, yeah. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Ah, Payne. He's such an idiot. Oh, sorry. The defense today is Miss Mia Fey, was it?
Yes, Your Honor. Is there a problem?
I was under the impression that Marvin Grossberg was to be leading the defense.
Yes. Well, you see, Mr. Grossberg had a bit of an emergency.
Wasn't he standing right there? Emergency? But isn't that him standing right next to you? That's what I thought.
Yes. Well,
you're just a rookie. Are you sure you can really handle this?
don't let him scare you, Mia. Give him your toughest look. Of course, Your Honor. I think.
Well, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please. Well, well, well. I can't believe a veteran like me has to spend his time babysitting a new defense lawyer.
Ding.
Don't worry, little girl. It will all be over soon.
What was that all about? Was he trying to trash talk me?
Now then, I'd like to proceed with a summary of events on the day in question. The incident occurred on the campus of Ivy University. The murder victim was a student named Doug Swallow. He was a fourth-year student studying pharmacology. It sounds like he was a very bright young man. Yes, well, next we have a photo taken at the scene of the crime. Students discovered the scene shortly after the murder. They found the victim's body. And the defendant, who had obviously bungled his getaway. They then called the police. That certainly makes the defendant look very suspicious indeed. Very well. The court accepts his photo into the record as evidence. So this is now in the court record, so we can refer to it later. By the way, I can't quite tell the cause of death from this photo. Hee. Your reputation for sagacity is well earned, Your Honor. The truth is that this victim died a rather unusual death.
An unusual death?
What do you mean, Mr. Payne? Well, perhaps the defense would like to take this question.
Huh?
A simple question. I thought I might loosen you up a bit. I'm a genteel man, if you will.
Oh, a what? Stand up to him, Mia. Show him what you're made of.
Ah, a perfect opportunity. Well, what was it? The cause. Go on.
Wait, why is Grossberg speaking?
He's talking to Mia.
Oh.
Please say you know at least this much. I'm so sorry. Oh, sorry.
I'm so sorry. I didn't get a chance to read through the whole case file. Mia! Oh my god.
Groan. My hemorrhoids are beginning to act up. Now see here. The details of the case are filed under the court record. But you knew that already, didn't you?
Ah! The court record! I think I can see that by pressing the R button.
There you go. All of the weapons we need can be found in the court record. Take a good hard look at the data there and think carefully before you answer, my dear.
Oh, stop calling me dear. Yes, sir. I'll do just that. I've got to stay calm. I can't let the prosecutor get the better of me. The court record. Okay, let's take a look. I just pressed the R button here. Press the R button.
Go. Now then, would the attorney for the defense please answer the question? What was the cause of death? Wait, I didn't get to look at the card.
Yeah.
Okay, it's okay. So, this is the court record. Doug's autopsy report. Date and time of death, 4:09 p.m. Cause of death was a fatal electric shock. There we go. And then, we knew that also from the picture, because there's the big thing, right? So the cause of death was electrocution. According
to the court record, it was a fatal electric shock. In other words, electrocution.
Fun fact, Marvin Grossberg is also the lawyer you go to when you try to find a lawyer for Maya in episode 2 of Ace Attorney 1. That is correct. Electrocution? But how could such a thing happen? Did the murderer use some type of new super powerful stun gun, perhaps? The answer to that will become crystal clear as this trial proceeds, Your Honor. Before that, there is one more vital issue.
What's that?
Why, motive, of course. Apparently, there was some bad blood between the victim and the defendant.
His hair is very distracting.
Yeah, they all do something like this. They all have some weird thing. All the the prosecutors. Bad blood? And the judge is the stupidest person in this entire thing. He's easily led.
What do you mean?
Oopsie, I'm terribly sorry. You're the defense attorney, so you must know all about it. I shouldn't be stealing your spotlight like this.
I really don't like this guy's smug attitude.
That's Winston Payne for you. He's one smooth operator, if you catch my drift.
He's a pain.
They don't call him the rookie killer for nothing, you know. Now then, let's hear from the defense. What was the source of the bad blood between the victim and the defendant? And this time, I would like to see some supporting evidence.
Evidence? Oh my god, Mia.
I don't need to get all worked up over this. As I said, all our weapons can be found in the court record. Find the evidence you need and then shove it into old Greybeard's face.
Yes, sir. Into old Greybeard's face.
Or Mr. Grossberg. Try to set a better example for the young lady. Mia, evidence isn't the only thing in the court record. People's profiles are as well. You can toggle between profiles and evidence with the R button, so be sure to go over it all, blah blah blah. Now then, let's see what you've got. What was the cause of the bad blood between Phoenix Wright and the victim? So, if I go to profiles, victim, he was a 4th-year pharmacology student and Ivy student. My client, a 3rd-year art student at Higher University, currently has a cold. Dahlia Hawthorne, Phoenix Wright's girlfriend, dated the victim Doug Swallow up until 8 months ago. So it's probably her then. So we can present using X, as he said.
The reason for the bad blood between the two of them was this woman here.
Dahlia Hawthorne, is it? Very good, Miss Faye. You seem to have picked up on at least this much. This woman is the girlfriend of the defendant, Phoenix Wright. But up until about 8 months ago, she was with the victim, Mr. Swallow. Clearly, she has some part to play in this story. Ah, he's done it again. Before the cross-examination starts, he's already got the judge thinking like he wants. Very well, Mr. Payne. Please call your first witness. If it pleases the court, the prosecution would like to call Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? The defendant himself? Well, Miss Faye?
It's fine. After all, Mr. Wright is innocent, right? The defense has no objection.
Very well. The court calls Mr. Phoenix Wright to the witness stand.
I'm very confused. So this court setting is American?
No.
It's British?
No.
It's just a random
It's
thing?
some random bullshit they made up. And so when you play the first through...
So I'm very confused because it seems like it's British because there's no, like, not panel, what do you
jury.
call it? Jury?
There's no jury, yeah.
At the same time, like, it's just weird.
The judge gets to decide guilt or not without any input.
That's British though.
Yeah, but it's not. And you'll see, as the progresses, you'll see that this is some, like, entirely ridiculous version of law. And it has nothing to do with...
Reality?
Yeah, reality, yeah.
Okay.
Witness, please state your name and occupation. Oh, yes. My name is Phoenix Wright. My job is, well, right now, I guess I'm a suspect. No. He means what did you do before you were arrested? Oh, achoo. I was a university student.
Why does he sneeze so violently?
Mr. Wright, you understand that you are suspected in the death of your fellow student, Doug Swallow. But I didn't do it. I'm innocent, I tell you. I'm telling you, I was achoo, cough. Cough, achoo, cough. Will the defendant please refrain from passing on his cold to the rest of us? It seems the witness has something he wants to say. Well then, Mr. Wright. Please tell us about your relation to the victim. Right away, Your Honor. Okay, so now this is going to be the witness testimony. The victim and I. I admit I was there, but I'm not a killer. All I did was find his body. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. I never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe.
What?
I see. So you hardly knew the victim? Right. Like I said, I'm not a killer. Phew. It looks like the oh, sorry.
It looks like the judge understands.
You're being naive, you know. Too naive.
Huh?
He. 5 he's? Really? It seems that you've forgotten one small thing, young lady.
And that would be?
This witness still has to undergo something called cross-examination.
Cross-examination?
How do you not know this,
Mia?
So so this is why this is ridiculous, right? Because like they start the games like this it's for us the players to learn.
Yeah, I know, but it's like, oh my god, why do you make the female character so incompetent?
He's right, and it's the defense's duty to carry out the... Actually, it's not just like, because in the first 2 games it's Phoenix Wright, and Phoenix Wright is the idiot who's trying to learn how to do law in the middle of doing law. He's right, and it's the defense's duty to carry out the cross-examination. The purpose is to determine if the witness testimony contains any contradictions.
Contradictions?
If a witness is lying, their statements will conflict with the court record.
But Mr. Wright is my client.
Even if he is your client, in court all lies must be struck down. As a lawyer, that is your duty, you see.
What does he mean by that? Is he saying that testimony just now? That there was a lie, a contradiction? Oh my god. Yeah.
Now then, your cross-examination, if you please, Miss Faye.
Please, Mr. Wright, tell me you haven't been lying. You wouldn't do that to me, would you?
So the cross-examination is we hear the same testimony again, and then we have to pick part of it. And so we have a little up in the upper right corner. We have that's our like health bar, but it's not that important. I admit I was there, so it's the same. This is the same step. So we can press. When we use L is pressing. We ask him more questions.
Okay. When you say there, you mean the place where the victim was murdered?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sort of. The place where something happened, anyway. Something. You can't hide what happened. We have photographic evidence. Achoo, 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 achoo.
Anyway, Mr. Wright, what were you doing at the scene of the crime? I thought you said you didn't know the victim, Mr. Swallow.
It was just a coincidence. We bumped into each other by accident. A coincidence, huh? But I'm not a killer. All I did was find his body. So we'll press again.
Okay.
To find...
You say you found the body? So who called the police?
Huh? Achoo, cough, achoo. Cough, achoo, cough. Unfortunately, it was some other students that notified the police. Other students? That's correct.
Maybe I can be the judge too.
Okay, that's correct. They were witnesses. Witnesses who saw the defendant standing there next to the body in shock.
What? Is this true, Mr. Wright?
Achoo, achoo, achoo. Achoo, achoo, achoo.
Could you stop sneezing every time you're in a bind? The sneeze is going to be important, isn't it?
Probably. Well, it's true that I was pretty shocked when I found the body. But not as shocked as Doug Swallow, eh? Sorry. But I hardly knew the guy to begin with. Now we press again. So every statement we want to press to get more information.
So you didn't know his face or even his name, right? It's a leading question!
Right. Well, no. That is, I mean...
Oh my god. So, which is it? Did you know him or not?
Achoo, achoo, achoo.
Now see here, you can't avoid answering the question by sneezing all day.
Well, I guess I did know his name.
News to me. Why didn't he tell me that before?
Because everybody lies. I heard he used to date Dolly.
Who is this Dolly person?
Ah, yes, that would be the defendant's lover, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Oh, I see. Ah, young love. So bittersweet.
But that's all I knew about him. I never even talked to that sucker. How did you know he was a British model?
Mr. Wright, you stated the following in your testimony. I hardly knew the guy to begin with.
That's right. I mean, why would I even...
But that doesn't sound right. If you hardly knew him, then why would you say that the victim was a stuck-up British wannabe? That's my favorite part.
Yeah. Achoo.
Well, Mr. Wright?
No, it wasn't me. I'm not a killer, I swear.
Mr. Wright, I will give you an opportunity to revise your testimony. How is it that you knew the victim was, as you put it, a British wannabe?
Yes, well... So now I was going to revise. He was always walking around with a huge Union Jack on the back of his shirt.
Hold it!
So we can go back, right? To see if anything else... Okay, so that's there. So then we can come here. So that is the information, and we can press this as well.
Hold it!
Okay, very good.
Did you see at the crime scene the Union Jack? I mean...
Yeah, yes, that's right. I saw it at the crime scene. That's why I figured he must love British stuff, see? It's true across my heart. I swear I didn't do it.
He's acting fishier than the salmon I ate last night. May I ask you something, Miss Faye? Yes, Your Honor? What is it now? Who's this person anyway? This Union Jack fellow?
Yeah,
What?
so he's an idiot. This is what I mean.
Ding, ding, ding.
The Union Jack is the name of the United Kingdom's flag.
Oh, I see. So you mean like the stars and stripes, right?
As usual, Your Honor, your insight astounds me.
Hey, something just occurred to me. Isn't there something strange about this bit just now?
Mia, there is a contradiction here.
Mr. Grossberg!
Quickly now, show that that boy you mean business with evidence, I mean.
Okay, Mia, check the court record carefully.
Well, my dear, do you think you can manage on your own from this point? I can handle it myself.
1 year ago, I was in a courtroom just like this. I can do it. I can handle this myself.
You mustn't try to bite off more than you can chew, Mia.
I'll be fine. I know what I have to do.
Remember, you can always press him to get more information. Oh, and one more thing. When you're going to state a contradiction, make sure you present some definitive proof.
Okay, Mia, one more time, from the very beginning of his testimony.
So again, we'll see the testimony again. But the contradiction will be at the end. You know how to...
How he's always in the back of his shirt, yeah. Wait.
Yeah, so he's saying the same thing again. Yeah.
But he's always wearing a Union Jack though. So.
Right. So I think here I can...
Hold it! No?
Oh, sorry. That's the same thing, yeah. Oh. Sorry, I went too far. Yeah. Oh, God, we threw the whole thing again. Sorry.
Should we check the court record?
Yeah. Alright, so it does this. It will go into a loop if you accidentally... This loop's a bit long because usually it's not this long, the loop. Alright. So I think we don't need to press him because it's just the same thing. So when he talks about the Union Jack...
The second time he says, I saw it at the...
No, here. This one. We can only do it here. So here we can present...
Hold it! Oh no.
Not yet. So if we check this, we'll see that there is no Union Jack, right? So I think that's what we can present. I think. I'm not... Do you agree? We can also check... We can also present... But here it doesn't give us a picture, really.
Yeah. The problem is, if we present that he wasn't walking, doesn't it hurt us?
Yes, but like the Mr. Grossberg said, we have to... All lies. Doesn't matter if it hurts us or helps us. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the point of the game. Yeah.
Okay.
And this one's a bit weird. Normally, we're cross-examining suspects, not our own... or witnesses, I mean, and not our own...
Okay.
Yeah. But I think this is the one we need to present, yeah.
Okay. Are you certain you saw the Union Jack?
Yeah, I'm sure. It was right there on his back.
Miss Faye, is there some point to this line of questioning? Your Honor, please take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, there was absolutely nothing on the victim's back. Hey, wait a minute. He was wearing a leather jacket.
That's me.
Right.
The Union Jack was on the back of the t-shirt he was wearing.
Oh. I was under the impression that you accidentally came across the body. But if that was really the case, then you wouldn't know that, would you? You have no idea at all what he was wearing underneath the jacket. Why are you framing your own client? Mr. Wright, you've been lying to me. Wrong place, Mia.
Please forgive me. What?
What is happening?
Mia, you've made our client cry.
Let him. That P on his chest doesn't stand for Phoenix anyway. I can't believe I trusted him. Mr. was all wrong.
Wait, what does it stand for? What does it stand for Phoenix?
Yeah.
He. That was 4 he's. That was an impressive bit of cross-examination.
Oh no.
Thank you for uncovering the defendant's lies for me. It's quite clear that this man did not simply stumble upon the scene of the crime.
Arrgh. Oops, that's not me. Uh-oh, did I go too far? Yeah.
By the way, Mr. Wright, you seem to have a rather bad cold. Have you taken any medicine for it? Yeah, I took some, but was the medicine that you took an over-the-counter brand? Called Cold Killer X?
He's a cold killer.
Yeah, that sounds right. It kills colds good. Hey, wait a second. How did you know I'm a big fan of Cold Killer X? He.
No, he. Oh,
yeah, I said right. See, that's what I'm saying, but it's too many he's, right? Should only be 3. He. That's
Joe
it.
says 5 he's is the correct amount of he's.
Wrong. It's too many.
He. No, I agree. 5 he's. He.
No, it's he.
No, he. No.
I promise it's 3. Would you happen to have that?
It might be a cultural thing.
Would you happen to have that medicine with you right now? Well, actually, I seem to have lost it somewhere.
Oh my god, you're so guilty. He lost it? Does it even have anything to do with the case?
Mr. Wright, shall I tell you where your cold medicine is right now?
Oh my god.
Huh? Your Honor, I'd like you to take a look at another photo from the crime scene.
How come you never... How come... What time is it? Wait.
That might be important, yeah. Well, what's this? It's in the victim's hand.
9:05.
It's... Oh, that should be you.
It's Cold Killer X.
What does...
9:05. Yes, but even I've got a bottle of Cold Killer X in my apartment. Objection!
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that argument won't work. There's no doubt as to who this bottle of Cold Killer X belongs to. Especially since Mr. Wright's fingerprints are all over.
What?
Sensing his murderous intent, Mr. Swallow must have picked up the bottle of medicine. Dropped by Mr. Wright and hid it in his hand. His purpose in doing so can only have been to identify his killer as Phoenix Wright.
That makes no sense.
A lot of this doesn't make any sense. Order! Oh, sorry.
Order in the court.
Your Honor, I'd like to present this photo and bottle as evidence.
Very well. The court will accept that into the record. This makes no sense.
Now we have more things in the record.
Okay.
Yeah.
You saw the victim's watch stopped at his time of death? The
Yes.
photo said? Yeah.
Also, the victim's wristwatch was broken.
Broken?
Yes, it ceased functioning when a large wave of electricity passed through it. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have some kind of explanation for all this?
This is really bad.
Oh, my buttocks. My poor hemorrhoids.
What? I don't understand.
You're a weird man, Mr. Grossberg. So here's another witness testimony. The truth is, I went because he called me. He was in the pharmacology department, so we agreed to meet at 245 behind that building. We talked for a bit, and then at around 3, we split up. Then later, when I went back, I found him lying there. I've been taking Cold Killer X for the last 2 or 3 days, but I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident.
Wait, but the clock stopped at
Now, hold on. Mr. Wright, that's completely different from the testimony. Oh, sorry, that's you.
Testimony you gave previously.
Before you give the judge now. Achoo. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was afraid you wouldn't believe the truth. You'll forgive me if I say I hardly find your current testimony any more credible.
Miss Faye, please begin your cross-examination. Oh please, Mr. Wright, don't tell any more lies.
So before we do, I do want to check the time.
It's 9:05.
Alright, so hold on, that's okay. I'll come back to this. I just want to check the. So that says 12.
It's 9:05. Oh no!
No, it's
that's
not
wrong.
9:05. Yeah, it's
the other way,
3:05. Yeah, it's 3:05.
It's not 9:05. It's 3:05.
It's 3:05. Now, what did the 3 p.m.? Yeah, so about 3:05. Okay. All right. So that does match up. That's what I wanted to check. So we can go back. Okay.
That's
So
why I was confused.
yeah. So we'll press him. The truth is, I went because he called me.
Have you ever met the victim before then?
No, never. But that day he called me up and told me he wanted to talk about Dolly.
And this Dolly person is? What? Did you forget again? My, it's kind of embarrassing. She's my, sweetheart. What? Oh, is that for Mia? What? Am I pressing A? I'm pressing A. Is that the right thing?
Yeah.
Oh! I'm so sorry. I just felt like slapping something all of a sudden. Did she slap him?
Yeah. Dahlia Hawthorne was also the lover of the murder victim, Doug Swallow. Before she met Mr. Wright, that is.
So it's one of those nasty love triangles, I see.
Alright, so press him again.
What do I press?
L.
L.
Yep.
This one, right?
Yep.
Hold it! Was it Mr. Swallow who indicated you should meet at 2:45?
Yeah, and we were both there right on time.
You said the victim was in the pharmacology department, correct?
Yeah, he was studying how to manufacture and improve pharmaceuticals. Everyone called him the alchemist of IVU. An alchemist? Oh, sorry.
I see.
I gotta admit, I was a little suspicious. He had a whole laboratory and everything. It was filled with chemicals and strange machines that run on high voltage electricity.
Oh, how fascinating! He sounds like he was quite an ambitious young man. What do I do? Maybe I should ask him for some more details? About the timing of the meeting?
Pick one. Yeah, go ahead.
So you're absolutely certain you met at 2:45?
Yeah, pretty sure. That's the time class ends. But they're always doing experiments, so it doesn't matter much.
Experiments?
Yeah, those pharmacology guys are always in the lab whipping up something.
Well, it looks like he's right about the time anyway.
Witness, let's go on with your testimony. So, you can go back.
How do I go back?
So just press back. Or, yeah, with that button, just go to the left. So you can press him again, and then we can ask the other question. So this will be the same for a bit. We can just keep, yeah. Now we can pick about, yeah.
I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about the pharmacology department.
Well, okay, sure. I don't know all that much, though.
A little bit earlier in your testimony, you said something interesting. You said the department uses strange machines that run on high voltage electricity. I think we should change voices for them to see different color.
That's right, and they sure look dangerous.
Everyone's an idiot.
They use non-standard voltages, so there are high voltage cables everywhere.
High voltage cables.
Yeah, there were electrical poles set up all around the building. The high voltage cables run overhead around the roof.
Finally, I think we're getting somewhere.
So that was the correct thing to do, okay. So you can press them on this as well.
Hold it! So what was it you were talking about?
You know, a chew cough. That maybe we should hang out again sometime. Oh!
Oh, hang out again sometimes? I wish that were true.
And then, okay.
Should I press him again?
Yeah, keep pressing every time. We'll get more information. Sometimes it'll be useful, sometimes it won't.
So you say you went back?
Yeah, that's when I found the body.
Yes, but why did you go back in the first place? Weren't you angry with him?
Well, that's right, I was. Then why,
Mr. Wright? Why did you go back there?
I thought maybe we could make up.
Wait, is he
Achoo,
dating?
achoo. No, no.
Judging by the atmosphere, I'm pretty sure no one is buying this.
Okay.
Press it?
Yep.
Hold it! It's rather unusual to catch cold this time of year, isn't it? Aha! You don't know what's coming, Mia.
Yeah, I always get a little careless when the weather starts to warm up. I guess I shouldn't sleep with the window open this early in spring, huh?
I suppose common sense is not always common. So, did anyone else know you were taking cold medicine?
Well, I always took one after meals. So I'm pretty sure all my friends knew about it.
On the day of the incident, what do you do for lunch?
Huh? What does that have to do with anything?
You can never be too sure.
I always eat with Dolly. Just the two of us. Dolly's homemade lunches are just the greatest. Her mini omelets are magically delicious. Ouch, why did you punch me in the jaw?
Oh! I'm so sorry. I just felt like hurting someone all of a sudden.
Mia, you've got some anger issues.
I think that's enough for now. So the defendant and the victim met at approximately the time of his death. And then the defendant returned to the scene for some unknown reason.
I'm not entirely convinced by his explanation about the medicine bottle either.
Let me be frank here, Mr. Wright. Your testimony cannot be trusted.
What do you mean? He. I knew it was too much work for a little girl. However, there's one mystery that still remains. There is, Your Honor. There is, Your Honor?
How the murder was carried out, of course. Just how was the victim electrocuted? I don't believe the murder weapon has been produced yet, correct? Hi, Eugene!
Hey, Eugene! Well, that is, you are correct, Your Honor.
Oh. So, how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? If I could just somehow establish how this was done, maybe I could still come off this mess smelling like a rose. What?
Establish? Yeah, go ahead.
Your Honor! Yes, Miss Faye? I believe that if we were to piece together everything we've heard up until now, we should be able to solve the mystery of how Mr. Swallow died. That would be most impressive.
He. Quite the brash statement coming from a rookie. But even a beginner like you must understand the basic rules of the court, yes? An attorney must be able to substantiate their arguments with evidence!
Of course I know that. Actually, I had totally forgotten about that. Sigh. Now then, Miss Faye, let me see what you've got. Show me how you believe the victim was electrocuted.
So... I mean...
Here, right?
Yeah, I should just be able to present this, right? Because that's clearly... So, present. We might be wrong. This might be too early.
As for the cause of death, I'd say this picture captures it quite well. What? But there's nothing that even remotely resembles a murder weapon here. Oh, Judge. I'm afraid the defense is going to have to explain this in a bit more detail. Miss Faye, where exactly in the photo is the murder weapon?
Ah, so yes. Okay, we do this as well.
Ah.
This started in the second game, I think. So hopefully this isn't going to be too ridiculous.
This entire game is too ridiculous.
No, I mean like the hitbox better be big enough that this, you know what I mean?
Take that! Well, naturally, it's right there.
Right here. That's, what is that?
A severed electrical cable, I believe, Your Honor. I remember the testimony we heard.
Remember the testimony we heard.
The machines and the pharmacology students.
The machines?
The machines the pharmacology students use in their experiments require high voltage. Sorry guys, I'm very tired. And because of that, there are special high voltage cables strung up everywhere. So then the high voltage cable... Yes, the high voltage cable is the cause of death. It was an accident! That's the most likely explanation. That was me. The accident part. That certainly sounds plausible. I feel like in real life, I'm both mayor and the judge. Well, Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this?
Well, I believe some praise is in order.
Don't toy with me, old man.
Now, the victim's cause of death may indeed have been the high voltage cable. However, I want you to think about what that really implies. The only one who had the opportunity to use the cable as a murder weapon was the defendant.
Achoo!
Wait, let me catch up with the chat real quick. I own all the DS games, but I need to go back and finish the series. I only just started the second game recently. Do you have the games until Spirit of Justice, Eugene? Someone gave me Ace Attorney Chronicles, but I haven't had the chance to play yet. Yeah, I bought the DS eShop games too. I only have I have three 3DS games. Dual Destinies. Wait, they're on my list. Hold on. I have them on my list here because I have a list for all my games. It's Dual Destinies, something. Okay, so I have Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright, Dual Destinies, and Phoenix Wright, Spirit of Justice. Those are the three that I have on the 3DS. And yes, those are the eShop games. Hey, Rafaela. I guess I feel like I need to be in the right mood to play these and have a lot of time. They are long, like each thing is pretty long. Each case, I mean, usually. That much is certainly true. Yes, and that's not all. We have proof. Irrefutable proof that will establish that Mr. Wright was the murderer.
You do? Well, what is it?
His fingerprints.
Again?
Fingerprints? Oh yeah, right.
You mean the defendant's fingerprints were on something besides the medicine bottle?
Let's take a look at the crime scene photo.
Where you got all these random photos, Payne?
It's the same photo.
Oh, okay.
As you can see, the victim is wearing a leather jacket. And as you may know, leather holds fingerprints quite well.
I'm pretty sure Phoenix Wright, this guy met to make out. And then after that he left, and then he came back again, but then like, you know, Dolly came and murdered Swallow. Ah, you mean?
Yes, it was quite clearly imprinted on the chest area of the victim's jacket.
The chest area?
The palm print of the defendant's very own hand.
What?
I can only think of one way Mr. Wright could have left a print like that. Yeah, he was feeling up his peck.
Yeah.
Intent on murder, he squarely pushed the victim towards the severed electrical cable.
What?
Order, that's enough.
I think we can conclude that there is no reason to continue with this. What? No, wrong.
So,
to
yeah.
conclude with this cross-examination.
So the judge does this a lot. He's just like, I've made up my mind.
Stick a fork in us. We're done. Oh, my hemorrhoids. Mr. Grossberg. My hemorrhoids never lie. The show is over, Mia. I knew that boy was guilty the first time I saw him. Wait, I'm confused. Who's saying what now? No, you're wrong. Mr. Wright is innocent.
No further evidence is required to convince me of this man's guilt.
Your Honor.
At this time, I'm prepared to render a verdict in this case.
Hold it!
Do you have something further to add, Miss Faye?
Is this what you want, Mr. Wright? Ding. And nothing but the truth. You still haven't told us the truth, the whole truth. If you don't say something now, the judge is going to hand down his verdict.
So clearly Phoenix learned all his mannerisms from Mia. Because he does the slamming on the table and he does the pointing as well. But I can't. I just can't say it. If I told you what really happened, then I'd be...
It's okay, Mr. Wright. I'm your attorney. You can trust me, and we should have had this conversation behind closed doors.
Miss Faye.
No matter what it is you have to say, I believe in you and I'll represent you to the very end, which might not be very long. Wait. Who's screaming?
Him. He goes, OBJECTION! We've already established the defendant's guilt. There's no further need for him to say anything.
I want a hair like this, man.
Cough, cough. Well, wait a minute.
Mr. Wright.
I'll tell you what really happened. OBJECTION! But I've already told you, Mr. Wright. Maybe I should say this whole voice. But I've already told you, Mr. Wright. There's no need for further.
You're gonna get a soft throat if you do.
Cough. Yeah, probably. I did it. Whoa, my dude. I admit it. I pushed him. It's my fault. My fault that Doug Swallow is dead. That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. Oh, Doug is the one talking. I'm telling you for your sake, if you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. So Doug was warning Phoenix. Stop it. Don't talk about her like that. It was an accident. What you just said, was that the truth? Yes, I was afraid. Afraid that if I told the truth, everyone would think I was the murderer for sure. Well, as things currently stand, we're all absolutely convinced you are. Please. Please give me one more chance to explain. This time I swear I'll tell the whole truth. It'll be okay, won't it, Miss Faye? I believe in you.
Oh, thank you. I still can't believe it. She really did push the victim.
It feels like my hemorrhoids are doing the Harlem Shake.
What?
Why are your hemorrhoids so bad? Also, was the Harlem Shake a thing back then? When this game was made?
When I pushed the victim.
That guy, he was talking bad about Dolly. I lost my temper and gave him a shove. At that moment, I heard some kind of loud noise. A little while after I left, I started to get worried. So I went back, but he was just lying there, dead. Well, the explanation is really quite simple. When you pushed him, Mr. Swallow flew back and touched the electrical cable. He died from the shock, and that, as they say, is that.
A simple explanation indeed.
At the time of the incident, a light rain had been falling. Wet from the rain, the victim was more easily electrocuted. I don't know if that's how that works, but sure.
He was in a leather jacket, though. Isn't leather not a good conductor?
I mean...
But
when I pushed him, there weren't any electrical cables nearby. If there had been something like that, even I would have noticed it.
That's true. Even a doofus like him couldn't miss that. Miss Faye. Let me warn you right now that if your cross-examination doesn't yield any new facts, I intend to deliver my verdict without further delay. Are we clear on that? I'm very tired.
So basically he's telling us this is our last chance,
okay.
right? So if we fuck up, it's immediate game over.
Yes, Your Honor.
So what we can do...
Don't give up, Mia! If he is innocent, there must be some kind of evidence somewhere that will prove it.
So what I can do here is... Soon...
Hold it!
Hold on. Okay, so
hold it!
Hold on. So first we're going to do a quick save. Just in case.
Hold it! I can hear our neighbors outside, so
Yeah.
I wonder if they hear me shouting, hold it.
Alright, so we're going to...
Hold it! I missed. So what kinds of things did Mr. Swallow say to you?
He said all sorts of terrible things about Dolly. He said that she was a bad girl.
Is that all?
Yep. Well, Miss Faye, you heard him yourself.
Oh boy, you're not doing yourself any favors here, Mr. Wright. Please don't make this harder for me than it already is.
Anyway, after he said that, I lost my temper and gave him a shove. Felicia should yell it down.
Can you tell me about what happened in a little more detail?
She probably will now. That guy, he just said what he wanted to say to me. And then he put on the jacket he was holding and started to leave. That's when I lost my temper and flew into a furious frenzy.
I think what I'll do, Eugene, is that, like, during the day, I will just, like, peek out from the study and then scream at Dad. Hold it!
I believe you could yell into the DS mic. That's kind of cool. I haven't played any of the DS games. I just have them, but I haven't played them yet. I just gave him a light, gentle shove on to the chest.
I'll scream hold it when you least expect it.
Yeah, probably.
And when you did that, there was no severed cable anywhere to be seen? Right!
You're right, there was nothing like that at all. But is it possible that you merely overlooked it? Well, I guess it's possible.
What are you doing going. Don't let the guy steamroll all over you like cheap asphalt. I believe what's important here is the moment the push occurred. Let's continue on with the testimony. Witness. He's not witness to his own crime?
Oh, it's okay. I already finished it.
And what would you say the loud noise was, Mr. Wright?
I'm not sure, but it was really loud. It was like, snap! You know, come to think of it, I wonder what that was.
Oh.
He. Clearly, Your Honor, it was the sound of the victim being electrocuted.
Objection! You're not qualified to decide that. It could be the cable snapping because of the thunder and lightning. What should I do? I'm treading on some dangerous ground here.
We're gonna ask for more details then.
Mr. Wright, that loud noise you heard may be extremely important. So try to remember what it was.
How do I put it? It was like a sharp crack.
Aha!
Could it have been?
Yes, could it have been? Hurry up and tell us.
When I pushed him, he dropped the umbrella he was holding. He fell right on top of it, and it broke. That was probably the noise I heard.
Wait.
An umbrella, huh? And did that umbrella belong to the victim?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a plastic umbrella, cheap and frail, kind of like the owner. Oi. Then again, I wish I had any kind of umbrella. I was totally soaked to the bone.
Wait, he's not making any sense.
Miss Faye.
What do you think? Is there something important in the testimony just now? Like, he heard the loud noise far away, so how long did the guy take to fall onto the umbrella?
Why do you think he's far away?
Because like it took him 15 minutes to come back, what?
Yeah, but he heard the noise when he pushed him, not when he came back.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Of course it's important.
Of course it's important?
I don't know, what was the question?
If it's important that he heard the umbrella snap, or that it was the umbrella that snapped.
I don't know, what do you think?
I have no idea. Sometimes these things can get twisty-turny, even the first one. What we can do is we can have a cheeky save here. Okay. And then we can pick, of course it's important, and if it's a game over, we'll just go back.
This is it, Mia. The new information you've been waiting for. Of course it's important. No, this chip umbrella is more than important. It's vital. I want to officially have it entered into the testimony.
Ha! How perfectly fitting. Flimsy information for a flimsy lawyer.
You then. The court agrees to the defense request. Witness, please add the bit about the cheap umbrella to your testimony.
Alright, so we got it in.
After I shoved him, he fell down on top of his cheap umbrella. I lost.
Okay. So we can press him on this now.
Hold it! So Mr. Swallow fell on top of his umbrella. Are you certain of this?
Yeah, it was right there under him. Actually, if it hadn't been under him, I was planning on borrowing it for myself.
The umbrella, you mean?
Well, yeah, you see I was wearing this sweater here. Dolly stayed up late for nights at a time knitting it for me. I didn't want the rain to dampen the handmade symbol of her love. Oof, my stomach is not to be used as your personal soccer ball, Mia.
I'm so sorry. Continue on with your testimony, witness.
A little while after I left, started to get worried.
Hold it! After you shoved the victim, did you leave the scene right away?
Yes, I did. I admit it. I was furious. You left without even checking Mr. Swallow's condition? Well, yeah. But like I said, I got worried about him later. A lot of these games feels like bluffing until you figure it out. Yeah, it's true. So I went back, but he was just lying there dead. Ready?
Hold!
Ready?
Hold
on.
One,
Ready?
2, 3. Hold it! At that time, do you see anyone else at the scene of the crime?
Cough, cough. Cough, cough, cough. Nope, nobody. Alright, well, that's clearly a lie.
Could that stupid cough sound any phonier? It's Dolly. Dolly Dolly did it.
I think you're right. In that case, it's very hard to believe someone else could have been the murderer. Unless we can find something that shows his innocence from the testimony, my dear. For the judge will make his final decision with no remorse whatsoever.
Yes, it is. Right now, I need more info. Info that will help me turn up some contradictions.
But I already pressed on everything.
I was my complaint on the shelf. After I shot him, he fell down on top of his chip noodle. A little while after I left, they overheard it. So I went back and he was just lying there dead. A little while
So I mean, the new one is this. This was the new one. So
Hold
there's something we can present. The middle's not underneath him. So we can present this, right? I think so.
Why didn't you testify about the umbrella from the very beginning?
Come on, if I had mentioned that...
I would have been able to counter the prosecution's arguments earlier.
What do you mean by that?
Take another look at the crime scene photo. According to Mr. Wright, the victim fell on top of his umbrella. However, if you look closely, the umbrella is nowhere near the victim. Actually, it's by the electrical pole. The umbrella was used.
You're absolutely right!
The conclusion here is obvious. After the defendant left, the victim moved from where he fell. In other words, after he was pushed by the defendant, Mr. Swallow was still alive. I don't know where all the...
No!
Order! 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 The victim, he moved? Mr. Payne, the umbrella in this photo, where is it now?
Well, it's collected by the police at the crime scene.
I was just wondering where the hell the police is in all of this.
Yeah. So later we'll need another...
I want to present it as evidence immediately.
Umbrella added to the court record.
Woo! But... Alright.
Yeah, but the umbrella could simply been blown there by the
How do you
wind.
blow out from under a person? Objection!
That's what she's about to say. According to the testimony...
According to the testimony, the victim fell on top of the umbrella. There's simply no way it could have been blown there by the wind. Let's just see who is faster next time.
Okay. I know this matter of the umbrella seems relatively trivial. But as long as the smallest doubt remains, I cannot render final judgment. No! Hey, zombie!
Hi, zombie. I must say, I still find it hard to believe that a huge hole has been blown in the prosecution's case by the defendant's testimony. That's the whole point, Judge!
Oh, Phoenix testimony added to the court record. That's,
ooh, does
okay.
Mean it's real?
Well, they've done that before. Entered the testimony to the
well
court.
done, Mia.
Hee hee. Hee 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 hee. Now that's 7 he's, Payne. That's clearly too much. Mr. Payne, what are you chuckling about?
Pardon me.
Pardon me, Your Honor. It seems I was expecting too much of a free ride. It was foolish to think I could establish guilt through cross-examination alone. I'm afraid I don't follow what you're saying.
Let me guess. You have another witness.
Exactly, and this witness testimony will be incontrovertible.
Well, who is this witness?
Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
The guilty person! Dahlia Hawthorne? You don't mean Dolly? Oh my god, Judge. Do you think Dolly's the sheep?
I remember not wanting to yell it to my DS in the icy subway. I do, Your Honor. The defendant's very own lover is a witness to the whole thing. That's right, she was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place.
What? I didn't even need to see the judge.
That's why Phoenix definitely saw her. He just didn't want to say. I'm sorry to break the bad news to you, my dear. That was a good hair flip.
Bad news? You couldn't be more wrong. Actually, I've been waiting for this.
You can't be serious. Mia, what do you mean by that?
I think this is a good point for us to stop at. Court will now enter a 20-minute... What? A 20-minute recess. Afterwards, we will listen to the testimony of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
We'll go back outside.
Oh.
Yeah. 11:52 a.m. District Court, Defendant, Lobby number 3. Miss Faye, I'm sorry about what happened back there.
It's alright. At least you told the truth in the end. Told us the truth in the end, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, so I guess I can start to relax then, huh? Relax, my boy. You can't be serious after hiding such important facts. But the next witness is my dolly, right? She'll save me. I just know she will.
Why do you think that?
Huh? What do you mean? She's the love of my life. That's why.
Oh, you foolish man. The love of your life? Huh? The love of your life? Would you mind telling me more about you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne? And Miss...
Sure, no problem.
Is everyone an idiot?
Dolly and I, we first met about 8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse. Actually, I'm studying to be a lawyer on the side. Anyway, one day, she and I just bumped into each other in the reading room downstairs. That's why I really think it was fate that brought us together. As soon as I first set eyes on her, I knew she was the one for me. Oh, here, take a look at this.
Ding!
She gave this to me the day we met as a symbol of our love. She had been wearing it around her neck that day, but then she took it off, but before she gave it to me, she said, I want you to carry this. She gave it to you as a present, I see. Pretty sure that was stolen, and she was just using you as a mule. This darling little bottle is filled with memories of my darling little dolly.
It certainly is a little bottle, alright?
It makes me so happy, I show it to everyone I meet. I want to share my happiness with the whole world. Yep. So this will definitely be evidence. The small bottle necklace given to Wright on the day they met. She shows it to everyone.
I wish we could write our mystery novels like this.
Right?
Anyway, so after that, you and Miss Hawthorne started dating?
Actually, this would be a perfect format for like a Sherlock Sam game.
I know, but it's like the most ridiculous thing ever.
Yeah.
And then Sherlock would go like, science! Whenever he wants to present evidence.
Yeah. Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now.
Oh.
What a strange girl asking for a present back like that.
Oh, you're so dumb. By the way, Mr. Wright, the day you first met Dahlia Hawthorne 8 months ago, it wouldn't happen to have been on August 27th, would it? Would it?
Huh? Yeah, it was. But how did you...
This happened on August 27th, right here in this courthouse.
What's this, a newspaper clipping? Let's see. Murder in the courthouse. Murder? What are you reading there? Let me see that. Oh, I see. Mia, I think I understand what you're trying to say. And I think I understand why you suddenly took such a keen interest in this case. You believe there is some connection between these two cases, am I correct? Okay.
Newspaper clipping?
Clipping.
I hope you don't mind, Mr. Grossberg. I need to finish this myself. Sorry, I was just looking at what Zombie said.
Oh, I was working for the Public Defender's Office at the time when I was playing the series. It was funny to see some attorneys playing the games and struggling a bit with them.
It worries me that they struggle with this.
It doesn't worry me, because, in fact, it makes me happy, because the version of law in this game is so divorced from reality that I'm very happy that real lawyers have trouble playing the game.
It's like he's both witness and the defendant.
It's
but he's also the prosecution's witness.
Yeah.
And the defendant, like, is the defendant's
and
lawyer.
Like, it just,
like,
it gets even fucking weirder. Yeah.
I want to be able to write like this and make no sense whatsoever and people accept it as fact.
Ah, yes, but I'm afraid what you have will not be enough, my dear.
Stop calling me my dear.
I'll go and have a look in the downstairs reading room and see what else I can find.
Thank you.
I want to do whatever I can to be of help to you, Mia. He is trying to help, though.
I know.
He's being a bit old man condescending, but he is trying to help. Well, it looks like recess is about over. We better all get moving.
I guess so. That recess sure seemed longer than 20 minutes, though. Maybe the judge fell asleep.
Maybe the judge fell asleep. Yes. Okay.
Court will now reconvene. Mr. Payne, please call your witness.
This next person is someone who witnessed the crime as it happened. The prosecution calls Miss Dahlia Hawthorne to the stand.
She's obviously guilty.
Wow. Hilarious.
What's with this stiff silence? In my long career as a judge, I have been deceived by many witnesses. It's my job to doubt, to take no one at their word. But in your case, I must admit you radiate a glow of complete sincerity.
Oh, Judge.
In the book that I'm reading, the silver butterfly is a sign of the most heinous demon.
Ooh. Any game that allows you to go to trial one day after the crime was committed will open the doors to any amount of hijinks.
I can't believe you actually said that.
Alright, so I think I'll switch to the judge and Payne, and you can do Mia and
Okay.
And Dolly. Or, yeah. But overall, they were fans of the series. They liked playing these
We
games.
like Trauma Center too.
We played Trauma Center on the Wii.
Yeah.
Way back when.
We should play that again one day.
Yeah, I
on
gotta
stream.
get new Wii controllers because my Wii controllers don't work. I wasn't
Okay.
able to fix them, so I have to get new ones.
Okay.
But yeah, maybe I can look for them when we're in Germany. All right, Payne, get a hold of it. Now
wait.
then, witness, could you please state your full name?
I thought I'm gonna be Payne.
No, I'll be Payne
Oh.
and the judge. You be Mia and the and
Okay.
Delia or Dahlia
Okay.
or whatever.
Okay. Don't
Don't worry,
sweetie.
sweetie. There's no need to be nervous. If anyone says anything rude, you can be sure I'll cut them right down to size. And I'll bash them with my gavel.
I love how they look straight at me when they say that. Thank you for calming my nerves. You're all so nice. I almost feel right at home.
Not at all. It was nothing.
If we may move on now, what is your full name and occupation?
My name is Dahlia Hawthorne.
Go for it. Go for it.
I
That's
don't-
the voice. That is, in fact, the voice. My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. Go.
You have to
Oh, right,
continue.
sorry.
I'm just a junior in literature at Ivy University.
No, I cannot. I just want to say
No, do it!
it's
I can't. It's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence.
no, I cannot. I cannot do this the whole way. My throat will hurt.
The honor is all mine. No, the honor is all mine.
Well, we know whose milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
Wow, there's some really... I mean, I guess this song is like 10 years old or something, but still.
Sir?
Is there something I can help you with? You just go on and say whatever's on your mind.
I'm sure that there must be some kind of mistake. Feeny wouldn't kill anyone. I just know it.
Yes, yes. I can see why you'd say that.
She's going to be a tough witness, alright. She's on your side! It only took her 12 seconds to wrap them all around her little
Yeah,
finger.
but Mia knows she's the real murderer.
Yeah.
And the one from before as well. Now then, please proceed with your testimony. Let's hear about what you witnessed on the day of the incident, if you please.
What I witnessed. I've been planning to go back to Feeny's place after class was over. Feeny and Dougie, they were talking behind the building. Then suddenly, Dougie got all wobbly and just collapsed. That's when Feeny noticed that I was there. I went to go and find some other students and they called the authorities.
I don't know what to say. According to you, Miss Hawthorne, the defendant didn't do anything wrong. Young lady, as old as I am, even I recall how hot the flames of young passion can burn. Nevertheless, it is my job to discover the truth. Please tell us the truth.
But, I would never. That's more than enough, witness. I won't allow this to continue.
What do you mean by that?
Please, just let me proceed with my cross-examination. Your Honor, I, for one, don't plan to win my case on a bunch of paper-thin lies. You haven't changed a bit, Mia Fey.
What's this? So you two are acquainted?
Yes, we we've met before once.
In any case, Miss Faye, the floor is all yours.
It's good to see you again, Madam Faye. Madam? I'm no one's grandma yet, girly.
What a bitch.
So we call that Ajuma or something.
Yeah. It's Japanese, so.
Oh. What is it? Oh no, I suddenly forgot.
Oma-san? Oka-san? Something like that?
Obasan.
Obasan, that's it.
I've been planning to go back. Where is green now? Alright.
Oh, because we're doing the cross-examination. So we're pressing now. Now, unless I'm mistaken, Feeny, Mr. Wright, was in the art department.
Oh, wait, it's me.
Okay.
If that's the case, then what were you doing by the pharmacology building? Well, I'm in the literature department. I'm studying Japanese senryu poetry.
Oh ho, ho, how wonderful. It's that humorous yet satirical style of haiku, yes?
Nothing left to do. When a man reaches his age, sleep is his best friend. She's a black widow! It's supposed to be poetry? Sounds more like a midlife crisis. For me to get to the art department, I have to walk through the back area.
Ah, yes, I see. That makes sense. When I want to enter the courthouse, I always walk through the front doors.
How else will you enter? Teleportation? Finny and Dougie, they were talking behind the building. Hold it! So who was this Dougie person? Oh, I'm sorry. Doug Swallow. We were dating until about 8 months ago. So you were Dougie's, Mr. Swallow and Mr. Wright. So what were Dougie, Mr. Swallow and Mr. Wright talking about anyway? I feel you should do Dahlia.
Okay, how can you be so mean?
No, wait, in a voice.
I would never eavesdrop.
Okay, never mind, don't do it. I wasn't raised to be so rude and unrefined.
That's right, Miss Faye. Don't drag the witness down to your level.
Oh my god. Why am I being demonized here?
The judge always demonizes the defense. Please go on. What did you see next?
Then suddenly, Dougie got all wobbly and just hold it! Are you saying that the victim just collapsed on his own? Yes.
I mean, I can do Dahlia without the voice. But you told me to do a voice, so I did a voice.
In other words, the defendant never touched the victim. Is that right? I was watching the whole time. Finny never did a thing to Dougie. If I press her for no good reason, I just know the judge will get angry with me. So what should I do about her testimony just now? Show contradiction?
Yeah. And we'll use
Feeble lies
Phoenix's...
are not very becoming, Miss Hawthorne, so let's drop them, shall we? What? I would never! Objection!
Objection! Miss Faye, I will not allow you to badger this witness. I believe the defense is engaged in a fishing expedition. That is, she has no supporting...
Evidence?
Please don't glare at me like that. I'm just doing my job.
Now then, Miss Hawthorne. The defendant's palm print was found on Mr. Swallow's leather jacket. It has already been shown that Mr. Wright did in fact push the victim. What? There's no need to try to cover for the defendant. It would be much better if you came out and told us the whole truth.
There's nothing to worry about, young lady. Just tell us everything that you saw.
Yes, Your Honor. I will. If you don't mind, I'd like to revise my testimony. Looks like we're finally getting somewhere. Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed Dougie. Hold!
Hold on. Yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure that...
Hold it! You didn't see it? Well, I saw the moment when Dougie fell to the ground.
And at that time, there was only the two of them at the scene? The defendant, Phoenix Wright, and the victim, Doug Swallow?
Yes, that's right.
It didn't look like they were fighting. That's new. It looked like they were fighting, and I didn't hear anything unusual.
Hold it! So then what did it look like they were doing to you? That's a weird sentence structure.
I thought they were having a nice, friendly afternoon conversation.
Oh, give me a break. That's why I really wasn't watching them all that closely.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all?
No, nothing at all, Mr. Judge.
Oh, I like the sound of that. Mr. Judge. For fuck's sake. Now then, please proceed with the testimony.
I went to go and find some other students. One, two.
Oh, sorry.
Hold it! Hi, Hector.
Hey, Hector.
When you say students, do you mean the students from the pharmacology department? Yes, they're all very fond of their drugs. Please try and stay on topic. So to find some pharmacology students, you went to the labs, correct? Correct? Correct. That's what I was planning to do, but in the end I wound up not going. A group of about 10 research students came running out of the building entrance. Somehow they all seemed to know what was going on. The students knew what was going on. Press for more details.
Oh yeah.
But how could the students have known what was going on? Because the cable snapped lah! Oh my god. Well, I don't know for sure that they knew what had happened. It was just, they all seemed kind of excited about something. It doesn't look like I'm going to get any more information about the students.
So did the students call the police?
Yes, I was just so panicked.
Yes, well, anyone would have been, my dear.
That girl, she's telling a super obvious lie and she knows it. She's just pretending to protect Mr. Wright. Yes, that's got to be it. Way to go, Mia. Okay, that means I'm going to have to dig deep to find the contradiction on this one.
Alright, so where is the contradiction?
I've been planning to go back to Finney's place after Finney and Dougie, they were talking behind the building. Actually I didn't see them when I pushed Dougie. It didn't look like they were fighting and I didn't. I went to go and find some other students and they called the authorities. It looked like they were fighting and I didn't hear anything unusual. What about the umbrella?
Yeah, hold on. Can I read this real quick? Murder in the courthouse. Very little information is being disclosed at this time since the victim of yesterday's incident in the district courthouse cafeteria is said to have been a lawyer. However, police are questioning the 19-year-old female college student who was sitting with the victim.
Okay. It's her.
So it's her, yeah.
A small bottle. So I'm sure the necklace is important somehow, but we don't
but not
know
yet.
how. Yeah.
So I think.
Coleman. What is the second photograph?
It's the one where it's
right?
holding his the watch is holding the thing. Should we present the umbrella? I honestly have no idea. Hold on, let me go back and save. Oh no, go back. Save. I think we should present the umbrella here because about the sound, right? So she should have heard. But
hold on, can you go back again to the?
Which way?
Either way. Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed Dougie. Finney and Dougie, they were just talking behind the building. I've been planning to go back to Finney's place after class was over. There's no real.
So I mean, I think it's this one. I mean, the stuff that she said about the students running out, that is important, but we can't really drill down on that yet.
Okay.
So it must be this.
Okay.
I yeah. So how do I present X?
Objection! Does this evidence establish that the defendant is lying?
Don't ask me. You're the one who's supposed to know.
Oops,
nope, I guess
sorry.
not.
This is all still kind of
Yeah.
new
So
to
see,
me.
so we're losing some health up there.
Oh no!
Well, I've got something new for you too. A new penalty. Objection denied.
Oh no!
So we only do this so many times, right?
This isn't going as smoothly as I had hoped. What else is there? It didn't look like they were fighting. I
think this is the one, but I don't know how to. I don't know what I should. Is it the testimony?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that must be
Yeah.
it then, right? Okay, let's try it then.
Forgot about that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one.
You say you didn't hear anything unusual. Is that correct? Yes, that's why I was very relaxed looking at the scenery around me.
I love that hair flip. That's good hair flip.
That's nice, but I find it just a little odd. I have here the testimony of your boyfriend, Mr. Phoenix Wright, and he clearly testifies to the effect that when he pushed the victim, he heard a sharp, loud noise. He said that? If you were really that close to the two of them, why didn't you hear this noise as well?
Well, maybe the noise just wasn't all that memorable. Don't answer for her.
Well, according to Mr. Wright's testimony, it was a sharp noise like a snap. There's no way a noise like that could fail to make an impression. All these are so subjective.
Yep.
May I have a moment to answer?
But by all means.
I know the reason why I didn't hear the noise. You see, the truth is, I had my headphones on and I was listening to music at the time.
Headphones? You mean that both of your ears were covered?
The rain was just beginning to let up, but it seemed as though Thor wasn't ready for his fun to come to an end yet. So the sky continued to flash and rumble. Thunder and lightning, huh? Yes, I'm afraid of the sound of thunder.
Hey, me too.
So I put my headphones on to block it out.
He. Well, Your Honor, as you can see, there weren't any contradictions in your testimony after all. Wait a sec, Mia. Oh.
Wait a sec, Mia. That testimony just now. She said something that could totally change this whole case.
Did she?
It was lightning.
You think so? Should we say before we answer?
Yes.
Okay.
I should be able to do this in real life. Before I make a decision, I save life.
Just save, just in case?
Yeah, just save. And then I continue, and then it was not, I'm like, reset.
So there was lightning, huh?
Yeah.
Alright.
Makes sense, right?
I think so.
Your Honor, there is a problem with the witness testimony.
What do you mean?
Didn't you notice? She said there was lightning, correct? Yes. What about it?
I'm doing the judge.
Alright.
I'm doing the judge.
Right.
Let me be the judge.
Right. Well, lightning is actually a large discharge of electricity in the atmosphere, am I right?
Now's not the time for science lesson, Miss Faye.
Yes, Your Honor. Anyway, since the cause of death was electrocution, isn't it possible that the victim died from being hit by a bolt of lightning?
Oh, I must admit that the thought had not occurred to me.
Just what kind of thoughts do occur to this guy anyway? This entire case is built on the premise that Mr. Doug Swallow was murdered. But that very premise itself is mistaken. The defense believes that Mr. Swallow was, in fact, a victim of a stray bolt sent by Thor.
No, I think you're wrong, Mia, but sure. It appears the defense may be onto something. Could it be that the death was actually accidental?
That's what I said!
Yeah, I'm pretty
Alright,
sure...
you did it, Mia.
I'm pretty sure Payne's gonna... Yeah. He. Still too many he's. I'm hurt that you have such a low opinion of me, Miss Faye.
Huh?
I'm not a fool, you know. The prosecution has done its research, Your Honor. We found that there were no lightning strikes on that day at that location.
What?
What's more, we have evidence that the electrical cable is definitely linked to this case.
No, they made a mistake.
No, I think you're alright. Evidence, Mr. Payne? Well,
yeah.
What is this evidence?
Evidence.
This affidavit. And who was this affidavit from?
Why are you just pulling things out of like your butt?
The pharmacology students who were conducting experiments in their labs that day. Allow me to read out to the court the testimony of the pharmacology students. All equipment in the labs lost power all of a sudden at around 3 p.m. that day. Was it a blackout? All the lab's equipment runs on high voltage, Your Honor.
So you're saying the equipment lost power because?
Precisely. They lost power because of the severed electrical cable. The power outage occurred at approximately 3 p.m., which fits with the time of death listed in the autopsy report. Haha, your authorities must be terrific. Exactly. In other words, the victim died as a result of touching the severed electrical cables.
I don't understand what point he's trying to make.
According to the students, the cables were very old.
So it's still an accident?
No. Well, it's that it wasn't a lightning bolt. They were planning on having them replaced in the near future. I see. Apparently, the cables had become so brittle that even the smallest bump would have caused them to break. Okay. However, there is one thing that troubles me. If the cable could have been broken by any small bump, then it wouldn't have snapped if it hadn't been bumped into, correct?
You're a genius, Judge.
Well, I suppose you could say that. Miss Faye, Do you have any thoughts regarding the cause of the severed cable?
Your Honor, I don't like how this is looking one bit. I have to come up with something to try to regain some momentum. If it pleases the court, defense would like to state its opinion. Sure.
Well then, let's hear it. Who or what was it that caused the cable to break? Yeah. So I don't know.
Can we go back to the photo? How far was...
What
How
photo?
far... the first photo where the you
This
can
one?
see the victim. So, he was really close to the pole.
Yes, he was. But remember, before we established when Phoenix pushed him, he fell on his umbrella. Because his umbrella is no longer under him, he got up. So something happened after that. So nothing that Phoenix did during that push caused the cable to sever. So something else bumped, right?
Yeah, most likely it's like dolly.
Yeah. You can't save here, by the way.
So he left, but did Dolly? She didn't, right?
Probably not.
Yeah. So then.
I mean, I would like to. So we can go to. We can actually just accuse her. I don't know if this will work, but we can accuse her.
Okay.
And I'm perfectly happy to do that.
Okay, let's try.
Alright, let's
I mean,
try.
we save, right? We can just go back.
Yeah.
That's it. This is it. This is why the cable snapped.
Well, Your Honor. No. I believe the only thing that has snapped is the mind of the defense. Ah, that was one of your best lines yet, Your Honor.
That's pretty good.
Mm.
Nerf. Ouch, that was harsh. Please, Your Honor, give me one more chance. So it's wrong, lah.
Yeah, it was wrong.
Well then, let's hear it.
Alright, I can't save here. Just in case. We get the wrong thing again. We could say the umbrella, but I don't know if that works. But we could say the umbrella.
He pulled the umbrella and hit the cable? Something like that? It wouldn't be the cold medication.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the cold medication. And the only other person who was there was Doug and Phoenix. But I don't want to. I don't know. It's gotta be the umbrella, right?
Guess so.
Yeah.
What about the letters again?
What letters?
The two letters. The victim fell on top of the umbrella. This
This
isn't
is-
allowed. This is
Yeah.
allowed.
So this is
Something
the
happened.
testimony, and then this is the student's
power
testimony.
cable broke to some kind of impact. She said that the students ran out at because
Yeah, but
they
we
were
don't have her
excited about
testimony.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, we can. So we can only. I think it must be the umbrella. I can't think of anything else that it would be, because the more found near an electrical pole at the crime scene, right?
Okay,
So
okay.
yeah. Nope. Nope. So it wasn't it. Yeah. Oh, I guess we don't have to say it. We can just keep going. All right. What
Do
the
you
hell is
think
it?
it's the watch? This one, like the time of death?
No, because this doesn't show us anything. It just shows. I mean, this is for the cold medicine and the
Why is
time of
cold
death.
medication important though?
It was important before. It might not be important now, right? Like just because it's still here doesn't mean we can still use it. Or it might be important again later.
What is the envelope? The second one?
The autopsy report.
Cause of death was a fatal electric shock.
So it's got to be. If it's not that, it's got to be Doug then.
Like, because she said that he was wobbly, right? So if you showed the picture again of him on the ground, I don't think that would make sense.
No,
right?
that doesn't make sense. Yeah. And they're being very lenient because normally they'd be like, "Nope, you fucked up. That's it." I think. Let's try Doug.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, we might have to try Phoenix. No, still not it. Damn. Yeah, he keeps giving us chances, so I guess we can't fail this one. We can just try everything, frankly. But honestly, I have no idea.
Try this one.
This one? This one?
Yeah. No. Oh. Crime took place before. Why would it be this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it shows the umbrella. Fuck it. No, that's not it either.
What's she supposed to do? Her hair flip, is it?
I mean, I recognize the thing, right? She'll say something different. But yeah, he's giving us a ton of chances, so... And I guess we have to pick Phoenix?
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I'll be damned. Please, okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Your Honor, please think back to Mr. Wright's testimony.
How does this make
The
sense?
defender's testimony?
The defense testimony?
He said that after he pushed the victim, he heard a loud, sharp noise. Now, this happened at around 3 p.m., correct?
Yes, that sounds right.
Wait,
Wait.
are you saying that... Oh, sorry.
Wait, are you saying that...
The lab equipment lost power at 2:55 p.m., which fits right into Mr. Wright's timeline. In other words, it was Mr. Wright's shove that caused the power outage.
Really? Yes, the prosecution also came to that same conclusion. I'm not sure how this is... And it was the very shove that caused Mr. Swallow to be electrocuted.
I'm afraid I can't agree with you there, Mr. Payne. What's that supposed to mean? The power outage, there's no electricity already.
Yeah. Take a good look at where the victim landed after being shoved.
See the umbrella? It's by the electrical pole. That's right, the victim banged into the pole as a result of being pushed.
Oh.
It was that impact that caused the cable to break.
Why when showing the picture do me this then?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, so it's like the game can be a bit weird like this sometimes, where you have to just pick the exact correct thing, even when you know. Yeah. Well, that makes sense. And then the victim was electrocuted. There you go. There's the hair flip.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but no, it doesn't make sense at all. If the victim was shoved into the far pole, then he couldn't have been electrocuted by this severed cable in the foreground here.
Ah!
In other words, someone other than my client must have electrocuted the victim.
And she's on the stand right now. The judge has some sick burns. Order in the court.
Ah, the lamentations of my enemy. How I've longed to hear them.
It's true. The defense is absolutely correct. There doesn't seem to be any way the defendant could have done it.
Mr. Judge, sir, may I say something? The Madam Attorney's explanation. She said some things that are a little different than I remember them.
What?
What the?
Please, just once more. May I please testify one more time? Please, Mr. Judge?
Oh my god, I want to slap you.
Of course it's alright.
I'll slap you too.
Just go right ahead and give your new testimony.
This is it. She's finally starting to show her true colors. She's a demonic entity, I told you already. Silver butterflies.
Yeah, so she's gonna pin it on Phoenix probably.
The truth is, Feeny pushed him twice. The first time was into the electrical pole. That's when the cable broke. Then Dougie tried his best to run away from him. But Feeny caught up and crashed into him from behind. The cable snapping and Dougie being electrocuted is all cut in less than a minute.
So after being shoved, the victim got up and tried to run away. And that is when the defendant pushed him for the second time.
I'm so sorry, Feeny, but I just have to tell the truth. And I'm doing the right... Am I doing the right... Ah!
Sorry. Am I doing the right thing? Am I, Mr. Judge?
Of course you are, my dear. As painful as it may seem, you are.
Okay.
Now then, Miss Faye, you may proceed with your cross-examination.
Objection!
No, hold it first. Wait. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Hold it! It's the most fun part of the game. Miss Hawthorne, previously in your testimony you said the following. Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed Dougie. I know, I'm sorry, I wanted to protect Feeny. So that's why you basically lied to the court? I was a bad girl, I know. Mr. Judge?
Hey, Quesadilla Padilla. Edwin, right? I think I've heard your name is Edwin. Hello, Edwin. These can be a little frustrating. Yeah, sometimes a bit frustrating.
It's very long for such a basic case. It keeps going round and round.
Yeah. They always do this. Yes?
Would you please forgive little me? Oh my god. Objection! Of course he won't. What you did is called perjury.
Oh, come now. It was just a little old white lie.
Oh my god.
We'll forget it this time, but please be more careful from now on,
Oh my
alright?
god.
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Judge.
Not at all. Ho ho ho. The judge is an idiot.
The judge had better be more careful himself. A dark alley is friendlier than that girl. First time was into the electrical pole. You saying you actually saw the victim get pushed into the electrical pole? I know he doesn't look it, but Feeny can be a bit of an imp when he wants to. Oh really? But I never imagined that he would cause an electrical cable to break. Feeny really is scary when he gets mad.
Wow. Yes, he sounds like a very dangerous individual indeed.
Oh my god.
1, 2, 3.
Hold it! So to get it straight, you were happily listening to music on your headphones while you watched the scene unfold. What?
Miss Faye, I'll have to ask you to stop badgering the witness.
I wasn't happy. I was so scared that I couldn't even move. All I could do was stand there and cheer them on. What?
What?
Cheer them on? What do you mean by that?
I'm sorry.
Well, I wish the best for both of them, and that they would each give the fight their all.
That's very sweet of you to be so supportive. And what happened after that? Oh, sorry.
That doesn't sound quite right. There were handprints found on the chest of the victim's leather jacket. Mr. Payne, were there also prints found on the back of his leather jacket?
No, there weren't.
Madam Faye, may I suggest that you listen a little more carefully?
I said that he crashed into him from behind, right? My Feeny wouldn't leave any prints behind in that case, would he? Oh my god, this woman. Urgh. Hold it!
Wait. 1, 2, 3.
Hold it! Did you actually witness the moment the victim was electrocuted? I'm sorry, I didn't actually see it. I turned my eyes away.
That's understandable. Yes, indeed. It would have been a horrific sight for anyone to behold.
If I don't figure out the contradiction here, it's all over. She didn't have much time to come up with her lie, so this is my best chance. There must be a hole in her testimony somewhere. Think, Mia! Think, Adan!
Yeah, so it goes back. So we'll say here real fast.
Yep. Okay. Truth is, Feeny pushed him twice.
Twice.
First time into the electrical pole, then the cable broke. Then Dougie tried his best to run away from him, but Feeny caught up and crashed into him from behind. But he fell forward though. So go back to the picture again. The Feeny caught. So the direction doesn't make sense, right? Like he's close to the pole.
So what they're saying is
it happened from
no.
there and he
So,
ran here?
yeah, so the first time was that one over there, right?
Yeah,
so Doug
closer to
crashed into that pole where the umbrella is nearby. And then what she's saying is that then he ran towards the foreground and then Phoenix pushed him again, and that's when he got electrocuted. So in that sense, that makes sense. I mean, this lines up with what she's saying so far.
Wait, he has a cold. Can he run? Would the medicine be a thing?
Don't know.
Because he's sick, right?
I mean, we can... But then she'll just say he's lying. Like, the only... Maybe it's a time bit? It all happened less than a minute, right? Because it's 2:55 when it happened, when the power was out, but he died at 3 p.m. So that's actually 5 minutes, not 1 minute. Right? So I think that's the...
Okay, that's a good point.
Yeah. So either it's the cause of death at 3 p.m. and his watch being 3:05 some more.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah. Okay. It's very
then
literal.
the kids, then the... wait. Yeah, the testimony being at 2:55. So it's got to be one of these.
Okay.
So I'm going to present this one, yeah?
Shouldn't it be the 305 one first? Because 255 doesn't really not substantial.
No, because well, I mean, it's got to be both. It's not just the one, right?
Okay, okay.
It's both together
okay.
because if his watch stops at 3:05 at the time of death, that is 10 minutes, full 10 minutes after
Okay.
the power went out, right? And that is the correct one.
That's enough, witness. I'm afraid I don't understand. You will in a minute. Could you please take a look at this picture?
Yeah, so it could have used either one. So you were right.
Oh, that's medicine. That's the one Feeny likes to take for his cold. It's not the medicine I want you to look at. It's the wristwatch. It stopped at the precise time the victim was electrocuted. In other words, 3:05 p.m. This is such a tenuous. And your point is, Miss Faye?
And your point is, Miss Faye?
Right. My point is this. What time was it when the lab suffered that power outage due to the cable snapping? Well, according to
the student's testimony, the answer is clear. It was 2:55 p.m.
Yarg!
Yep, he knows.
Would you care to explain to the court, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne, what exactly happened during this 10-minute interval? The defense proposes that it was during this interval that the real murderer killed Mr. Doug Swallow.
Order in the court. Oh, object! This is nonsense. The real murderer.
Even you can't deny that the time between the cable break and the electrocution are completely unaccounted for.
Then who was it? Who else could you say could have done it? Careful.
There's only one person who could have murdered Mr. Swallow. Only after my client had left the scene was there a window of opportunity for the real killer.
Miss Faye, is the defense ready to indict someone as this real killer?
It's finally time. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Yes, Your Honor, we are ready.
Very well. But remember, if you accuse the wrong person, you will be penalized. Think very carefully before you speak, Miss Faye. I mean, it's clearly... We only have one shot, really. I mean, we only have one option, really.
Want to save?
Now then, Miss Faye, let's have it. Who is the real killer?
Do you want to save?
No, me.
Okay.
Also, we can't right now, so...
It's Dahlia Hawthorne!
Yeah. Peppy music sounds promising. I love the soundtrack for these games. Yeah, they're pretty good soundtracks.
It could only have been you, Dahlia Hawthorne. What? How can you...
Objection! The defense is grasping at straws.
10 minutes passed between the time the cable broke and the time of the electrocution. What exactly were you doing the whole time, Miss Hawthorne? Where were you? Were you really listening to music while cheering them both on as they fought? I find it hard to believe you didn't lift a finger to stop the men dearest to you.
Order! Order! Miss Faye! What? I mean, why? That is to say...
Miss Hawthorne, I believe you did witness the two men fighting on that day. However, after Mr. Wright pushed the victim and subsequently left the scene, it was you who pushed Mr. Swallow to his death by your very own hands. Arr!
Oh, she's still gonna put up an act.
How can you say something so mean, Madam Faye? I didn't do anything.
Miss Faye, this is a very serious charge you are...
Your Honor!
Oh, please, I have something I want to say. Achoo! You? What is it? Please strike everything the defense said just now from the record.
What the?
Are you daft? Oh, sorry. You're totally wrong, Miss Faye. Dolly, she couldn't do something like that.
Oh my god, why are you so stupid?
Mr. Wright, get back in your seat. Bailiff, grab that man. Arg! Achoo, achoo. Leave my dolly alone. Achoo, cough. Sigh, that boy. He's got himself in way over his head. Oh.
Oh, Mr. Grossberg, you're back.
It seems I've arrived just in the nick of time. I found the police report on that incident in your newspaper clipping. Okay.
I didn't need to read that. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. This is exactly what I was hoping for.
You better take a good look at it. It, details how you came to lose your boyfriend.
Oh.
Oh my god. Now the defense is made a very serious accusation. Hold on, let me read that first.
Yeah.
District Courthouse Cafeteria, victim Diego Armando. Oh no.
Ooh.
Occupation lawyer, suspect Dahlia Hawthorne. Armando ingested poison while interviewing the suspect regarding another case. Traces of poison were found in the victim's coffee cup. No poison was found in the vicinity or on the suspect's person. It is unclear how the poison entered the victim's coffee cup. What are you doing?
The necklace.
Yes, of course. I agree completely.
That was me showing you the necklace.
Okay, is that what that was? All right. Now the defense has made a very serious accusation. Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this? Well, really, Your Honor, I.
May I interrupt you for just a moment, Mr. Prosecutor?
Don't you worry, my dear. I have this situation well in hand.
Sniffle.
Go right ahead.
Madam Faye, are you seriously accusing me of killing my sweet Dougie? Yes, I am. Not only am I saying you murdered Doug Swallow, but you also tried to pin the whole thing on your current lover, Phoenix Wright.
I told you that you should let me handle this.
Weak.
Sorry, please go ahead.
How can you say that? I'm absolutely devoted to my dear Feeny. The notion that I would try to frame him is ludicrous. Like literally, lady, the entire time. This is just too much for poor little me to bear.
I believe the girl is trying to ask what on earth her motive would be. What is her motive?
The answer that lies somewhere in this police report. It must.
Oh, it's the thing.
8 months ago, an incident occurred in the basement cafeteria of this building. And then, the same day, the two of them accidentally met. Your Honor, the defense requests further testimony from Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Further testimony?
Further testimony? What about?
About the events of
oh, sorry.
the day when she first met the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright. She wants to get the...
Yes, the necklace. What could that possibly have to do with this case?
The witness claims that she had no reason to frame the defendant. Am I correct? Well, I have evidence that suggests that she, in fact, had a very good reason.
Very well then. The court grants the defense's request. Young lady, would you mind staying on for just a bit longer?
Of course not, Mr. Judge. Get ready for the battle of your life, Dahlia Hawthorne. Oh my god, this case will never end.
Well, if you think this one's long, wait until the next one's.
I always pick the worst games. I first met my darling Feeny 8 months ago.
Wait, it's a very good game.
It's like we were destined to meet in this very courthouse's basement reading room. I read the entire thing though. The moment our eyes met, my heart skipped a beat.
Sounded right to me.
We've been going out ever since that fateful day. We're so lovey-wovey, we literally make people sick. It's just jealousy.
Well, that's Phoenix saying that.
Oh yeah. Shui.
Mr. Wright, do that again and you will be held in contempt of court.
And now we enter the final act of our little drama.
Well, I think we are almost done. With this case, anyway. As we used to say in the days of my youth, go get her! Alright, so we will press, and then find the... Oops.
8 months ago was the day of the court case, right?
Yes, correct. So until that time, you had been dating Doug Swallow.
Yes, I'm a real fool, I know. Letting my emotions change so quickly, I'm ashamed of myself.
No, not at all.
Ivy.
Look at me. I'm infamous for changing my mind. It's true. My critics have even taken to calling me Judge Fickle. Ho ho ho.
Maybe you should look for a different line of work.
Despite that, however, he always hands down the correct verdict. That's why some people also call him the Great Eugene.
It's that we were destined to meet in this very courthouse.
The courthouse reading room, what a strange place to meet the love of your life.
That's not true, Madam Faye. After all, Feeny was not only an art student, but he was also planning on becoming a lawyer. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about you, Miss Hawthorne. Who was a literature student like you doing in the courthouse reading room?
This line of questioning is a waste of time. It has nothing to do with our murder case. Miss Fay, I'm warning you. If this has nothing to do with Mr. Schwall's case...
I have to remember the judge is on Dahlia's side. I better tread carefully. Your Honor, if you allow me some latitude, I think I can establish relevance. Please ask her to continue with her testimony.
Very well, young lady. I've got a simple question for you. What were you doing downstairs in the courthouse reading room?
If it pleases Your Honor, the answer is simply this. I had come to this courthouse to do some research for a paper writing. Wrong, right? Wasn't she a
Yeah.
So we
But
can...
that's what has to.
yeah.
But it's okay. We can still press. We can...
Okay.
It's added. It's been added, and it will help. You're writing a paper on what?
On the relationship between modern Senyu poetry and the criminal underworld.
Ho ho ho! That sounds like a fascinating research. It actually does. It actually does.
Am I getting old? I've even forgotten what I've forgotten. Again with the midlife crisis stuff.
Mia, why did that girl really come to this courthouse? Isn't that what you wanted to know?
Evidence!
And speaking of forgetting things, you haven't forgotten the police report, have you?
Evidence!
No, Grossberg, I know!
Oh my god.
I went through a lot of trouble to get it in the ear, so be sure to read it carefully. I read it, I know. But I guess that's what I'm supposed to do. I don't need to do anything else here. I just need to present the, This one, right? Yeah.
Is it this one? Make sure,
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Was it the correct date?
Amando ingested poison while interviewing the suspect.
No, go back. The date. 27
27 August.
Okay,
Yep.
4 p.m.
So it's this one.
Miss Hawthorne, you weren't here because of your research paper, were you? Didn't you actually come here for a much more important reason? How did you forget that, lady?
Well, what is the meaning of that cocky smile on your face, Miss Fay?
8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse, there was another tragedy.
Another tragedy? Do you mean the incident in which an attorney was poisoned?
The name of the suspect in the incident is listed here in this report. And that name is Dahlia Hawthorne.
What? Dahlia Hawthorne?
Yes, the sweetie pie of everyone's eye, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. She was the prime suspect in a criminal case just 8 months ago. How did you expect that not to come out, lady?
Order! This is unbelievable. It's true then, the loveliest rose can hide the cruelest thorn. Miss Fay, that's not fair. You can't slander my witness with an unrelated case. I, Winston Payne, will not allow it.
Mr. Prosecutor, I believe I was speaking.
Irk, pardon me. Go. It's all right. She's just gonna hang herself.
It's true that about 8 months ago, the police expressed some interest in me.
Express some interest, huh?
Mr. Judge, sir, I know I'm under oath, so I'll tell you the absolute truth. I did not commit the crime that occurred during that incident 8 months ago.
I see.
Okay, I've tied the 2 crimes together. Now I've just got to stay on the offensive.
Well done, Mia. Ooh, you've really lit a fire in my heart and my buttocks. Good God, Grossberg. I can hardly tell which is more inflamed, my spirit or my hemorrhoids. You should really get that looked at, man, dude. Okay. Yeah. But now she's giving a new testimony, so this is new testimony.
Oh my god! I met the lawyer who was poisoned to discuss something in the cafeteria that day. I left my seat for just a moment and that's when it happened. From what I heard, it was a liquid poison that is lethal at just 2 teaspoons. Not only that, I heard it was a very special kind of poison. So you see, I'm innocent. I wouldn't even know where to get a poison like that. So that's what happened here 8 months ago.
However, as you've heard from the witness's testimony,
Yes,
she had
let's
nothing
just
to do with
believe
it.
the witness because you know that's.
I think the defense is just about out of tricks. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Payne. I'm afraid the defense has many more tricks up its sleeve today. And I'll be sure to show them to you before the end of this cross-examination. What the? Why does the defense suddenly feel stronger? Aha, Mia, you're glowing with a true lawyer's aura, my dear. That proud posture and self-confidence, absolutely smashing. So here we go. We'll press until we get the one that we need.
What were you talking about with the defense attorney? Well, I'm sorry, but it's confidential.
According to the report, you were being interviewed regarding another case.
The lawyer that was killed, he said he wanted to talk about an incident I was caught up in when I was younger. Why don't you tell us all about the incident? Tell us all what the incident was.
That has absolutely nothing at all to do with this case. Objection sustained. The defense's question is stricken from the record.
You get involved in a lot of incidents, don't you, Miss Hawthorne? Hawthorne? Well, I guess I was just one under a bad sign. Jesus Christ.
Don't worry, Dolly. I'll protect you.
Oh my God, Phoenix Wright.
You heard the man. Now that is true love, young lady. Oh, Phoebe, please.
Gag, those two are really making me ill, albeit for decidedly different reasons. I left my seat for just a moment, just when it happened. Hello, where you gone? I already answered all those questions for the police, but if you must know, maybe 10 or 20 minutes? And where were you during the stretch of time? Using the toilet? What are you saying, Miss Faye?
That's Phoenix. What are you saying, Miss Faye?
Toilet? My perfectly used toilet.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Phoenix. You heard the defendant, Miss Faye. Better luck next time.
Oh, Feeny, please.
The police have already looked into this whole matter.
I think we should just present the thing already.
I have to wait for the right one.
Oh,
yeah, so I don't know which one's the right one. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why, but that's why I'm pressing on each one, because then it'll tell me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm worried that the judge won't get angry with us, right?
No.
Okay.
So we know that it's not the first two.
Mm.
So now this is the next one.
Mm.
But we press each time because then we'll get a chance.
Ah. About how much liquid is 2 teaspoons? Hmm.
Well, let me see. A bottle of eye drops says it's half a fluid ounce, which is equal to 3 teaspoons.
So
it's about 2/3 of that amount. Huh?
The poison was found in the lawyer's mug of coffee. It must have been after I left the table. Someone must have quietly slipped it in there. You're really dumb, lady. A special kind of poison? How so? Well, I heard that it's almost impossible to detect.
Oh, and where would something like that come from?
I'm sorry, all I know is what I overheard the policemen saying. They said something about using advanced chemical processes to purify it.
Chemical processes? Well, well. That's quite impressive.
Oh, such a dumbass.
Most impressive. So that's why she was dating Doug.
Better question is, how did the criminal get something like that? So you see, I'm innocent. I wouldn't even know where to get poison like that. Hold it!
And that's the reason they didn't arrest you? Because no one could show how you could have gotten the poison?
I think that's a good enough reason, Madam Faye.
She's right, and I think we've all had enough of Miss Faye's questions.
I've had enough of
So in essence, the main reason Miss Hawthorne was never arrested for this crime was because no one could show how she could have obtained the poison. And all we have to do is find a way to establish how she could have gotten some, right?
She was dating!
Yeah.
How do you show that?
Easy.
The
I'll show you.
evidence?
Yeah. So we gotta go back to that one. Okay. Now we present...
Dating?
No, we present Doug.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know how to get that kind of poison? I don't believe you. What? In fact, you had easy access to that kind of poison, didn't you? At your boyfriend's lab.
Boyfriend? You mean the victim, Doug Swallow?
That's right. Up until 8 months ago, Miss Hawthorne was dating Mr. Swallow. And if you recall, Mr. Swallow was a pharmacology student at Ivy University.
Pharmacology?
His laboratory contained highly advanced chemical equipment. Chemistry equipment. In fact, without such equipment, the culprit could never have obtained such a rare special poison. Well, Miss Hawthorne, it seems you had access to such a poison after all. And then it was a matter of slipping it into the victim's coffee when he wasn't looking. The only person who could have done that was the one sitting at his very table. You!
No! Order. Could it be? That's nothing but a baseless accusation.
May I say something, Madam Faye? What is it, Miss Hawthorne? The amount of poison in the coffee was 2 teaspoons, correct? In order to carry that much liquid, you would need some kind of container. Well, yes.
Yes, that's true.
I was searched immediately after the incident took place.
Quite true. In fact, the entire courthouse was turned upside down.
But they didn't find a suspicious container anywhere, did they? You just hang yourself, lady. She's right. They even mentioned it in the report. Well, you could have easily gotten rid of something that small. Excuse me, madam, but this is a court of law. If you're saying I threw the poison container away, I think you need to show some kind of proof. Show them proof!
I will show them proof.
Proof? She got me good with that.
No, she didn't, Mia. Come on.
Provide some evidence. I'll have to disallow this line of questioning, Miss Faye.
Once it comes to evidence, we're going to lose this lead. It's going to do a full-body search of Dahlia and of the entire courthouse. And yet the container holding the poison disappeared right after the crime occurred. If we're going to accuse the young lady of committing the murder, then where is the container the poison was carried in? What happened to it?
Lock it. Yes. You were forced to get rid of the container in a hurry, weren't you? And that's why you passed it on to someone that had nothing to do with the case. Someone that you knew wouldn't be searched.
Who is this person?
Mr. Phoenix Wright, of course.
So the defendant was this witness's accomplice?
Of course not. She gave the poison to him, disguised as a present.
What?
But that's...
That's a charming little necklace. Is this a little bottle? It's really quite cute. So what about it? What does it mean, Miss Really, Judge?
Oh my god. The day that the witness met and fell for Mr. Phoenix Wright was 8 months ago. August 27th, very same day as the poisoning incident. Under the pretense of love, the witness gave my client a present. All for the purpose of hiding the one piece of evidence that would give her away.
What? Are you saying there's a deadly poison in here?
No, there's no longer any poison in that bottle. However, I'm certain if the crime lab were to analyze it, they would find a trace amount.
No! Ah! Order in the court!
Oh my god.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Phoenix. On behalf of Dahlia, I object. Mr. Wright, control yourself. I won't let you bully her like this. Mr. Wright, I thought I told you to stay in your seat.
Mr. Wright, why? Why are you going through so much trouble to protect her? Because she's a dumbass.
Why? Because I'm madly in love with her.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Madly in love? I haven't heard anyone say that in a long time.
Mr. Wright, have you ever thought about this? Why exactly would a woman like Dahlia Hawthorne want to date you anyway?
Ouch.
Oh, burns!
Snap, son!
Well, I guess she must be madly... Oh.
Yeah, I guess she must be madly in love with me too.
Mr. Wright, please, open your eyes. At this point in the trial, I think it should be obvious to everyone. The real reason that Dahlia Hawthorne is dating you is... because of that necklace. Dahlia Hawthorne was not and is not madly in love with you. The only thing she's after is that bottle of necklace you love to wear around your neck.
My necklace?
Back there in the waiting room, you said it yourself. Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now.
What a strange girl asking for a present back like that.
For Dahlia Hawthorne, that necklace is irrefutable evidence of her crime. That's why she absolutely had to get it back.
You're lying.
But you never gave it back to her. And to make things worse for her, you insisted on showing it to everyone you met. That's why she...
I don't believe you. No, that's a lie! Wah!
Eek!
Mia, are you alright? Ah, the defendant. He's getting away. Bailiff, hurry. After him. Mia, are you alright?
Yes, I think so.
That boy, he went completely insane.
Where's Mr. Wright?
It looks like the bailiff caught him, so he should be back soon enough.
Thank goodness. Oh no! What
is it?
The bottle. Necklace. Miss Hawthorne's present. It's gone.
God damn it, Phoenix. What? That's terrible!
Mr. Wright must have grabbed it when he slammed into me.
Foolish boy. That's the only thing that could have saved him. What are we supposed to do now? No! No! Mr. Wright, this sort of behavior is unprecedented in the history of this court. I'm sorry. I'm afraid that your apology is not enough.
Mr. Wright! What did you do with the bottle necklace?
Forgive me. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Just give back the necklace.
I ate it.
You what?
You ate it? It was too big to swallow, so I had to chew it into little bits first. But yeah. You just poisoned yourself, you idiot?
What the?
What? What is he doing now?
Your Honor, you got to stop the trial. Mr. Wright, are you feeling okay? Does your stomach hurt? He just poisoned himself. The bottle you swallowed may have had some poison left in it.
Hee. Oh my god. It seems the defendant has proven the prosecution's case for us. Clearly that bottle did not contain deadly poison.
How can you be so sure?
Hee. I think that's obvious. As you can see, the defendant is still very much alive. As for the poison, more like a fledgling defense attorney's overactive imagination. So it would seem. No, I'm sorry.
There must be some mistake. The bottle must not have had any poison left in it.
How's this case not over already?
Yeah. Either or the poison must have lost its potency.
There. It's all right, rookie. Trusting your client is the most noble thing a defense attorney can do. And it's heartwarming to see that you place this much faith in Mr. Wright. But that's how it is for us on the prosecution side, too. For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life.
Oh my god.
Which is why I can state that your assessment of her is completely wrong. That's enough. Unfortunately, Miss Fay, I cannot accept your explanation of the defense.
But why?
This may be impossible for a beginner like you to understand. But in a court of law, evidence is everything.
Okay.
Even after I prove so much, is she going to get away with everything?
Does she have to show the cold killer X?
Well, now that the suspicion surrounding Miss Hawthorne has been cleared up, I would like to proceed with... Oh, was that Phoenix?
Mr. Wright.
I'm sorry, Miss Fay.
Oh.
I totally slipped my mind. I'm really, really sorry. I know you believed in me, and I feel like I really let you down.
Mr. Wright? What are you trying to say?
There's something I forgot to tell you. What is it? That day I met Doug Swallow?
Oh my god, how is this case not over already?
That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Last night, someone stole some poison from our lab. But poison? The same thing happened 8 months ago. A drug sample was stolen. She came to the lab that time, too. It could only have been her. That girl is a thief. Stop it. Don't talk about her like that. Is it true? I'm sorry.
Is it true? Did he really say that?
That's ridiculous. There's one more thing. After I pushed him that day, I got worried he came back to have a look.
And she was there.
Dolly was right there. She was crouched down next to him.
What?
She told me not to ever tell anyone about it, but I'm sorry, Dolly. Your Honor, the defendant is... Miss Faye, you tell them. Dolly didn't do it. She's innocent.
So Dahlia stole poison 8 months ago too, huh? If you put that together with Mr. Wright's testimony, then there's only one possible conclusion. The defense believes that Miss Dahlia Hawthorne stole some poison on the night before she killed Dark Swallow. The night before? Naturally, her motive for stealing it was to kill someone.
Phoenix left. Miss Faye, if you're so certain of your theory, then let me ask you this.
Man, this is your last chance. Think carefully now.
You've had like 5 last chances.
Yeah.
There's something that she desperately wanted to get back. Therefore, exactly who was Miss Dahlia Hawthorne planning to kill? So, it's Phoenix.
There was one person that was standing squarely in Miss Dahlia Hawthorne's way. And that person was... Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Me? That's preposterous. After all, it was Doug Swallow that was murdered.
Well, it was true that that's how things worked out. But let's remember that Mr. Swallow died of electrocution, not poison. The person that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison was in fact you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. There's no one else that it could be.
But how can that be? I thought Mr. Wright and Miss Hawthorne were in love.
Oh
Wright's
my god,
an
you're
idiot.
so stupid. Poor Mr. Wright. This must be killing him. Hang in there. I'll bring her to justice, I swear. As I said before, the only thing Miss Hawthorne truly cared about was the one piece of evidence linking her to the incident 8 months ago. That's right. The bottle necklace. That's all she cared about.
But even so, why would she go so far as to murder him?
8 months ago, just after the fall of that attorney in the basement cafeteria, Dahlia Hawthorne could only think of one thing. How to get rid of the bottle necklace as quickly as possible.
No, it can't be.
God, he's so stupid. It was a pretty good move she made too. The evidence was missing for a long time. But there was just one big problem. Although she got him to hide the evidence, Mr. Wright refused to return it to her. I bet he didn't eat it. To him, this tiny bottle was a cherished treasure. He even showed it to everyone he met.
You mean that's why she tried to kill Mr. Wright?
Oh, correct, Your Honor. It was to retrieve that piece of evidence.
That can't be true. Phoenix isn't this much of an idiot.
Feeny, what a joke you are. Honestly, how can any woman ever count on you for anything? No more butterflies, you realize?
Yeah.
I even told you time and time again to keep your trap shut about me and that necklace. You disgust me.
Miss Hawthorne.
It appears that we're nearing the end of this trial. Thank God. Fine, I can tell you plan on making me into a criminal no matter what I say. You are a criminal, Miss Hawthorne. We'll see about that. But first, where's your evidence? It seems your sniveling crybaby of a client has eaten the bottle as a snack. Well, hey old man, are you senile or something? Senile? Why don't you say something instead of sitting there with that dumb look on your face?
Miss Hawthorne, what's happened to you?
Oh my god. Are you really that shocked? Or do you prefer me this way? With absolutely no proof, you treat a voluntary witness like she's a mass murderer. Well, I have nothing more to say. I'll be heading home now if you don't mind.
But we're not finished.
Fine. Then ask this nasty old hag to finish up already. I can't let her get away this time.
Stop, Mia. If you keep on pushing without any evidence, you could pay the ultimate price as a lawyer.
The ultimate price?
You'd be forced to take off your attorney's badge forever, I'm afraid.
No!
No.
You better think it over carefully, Miss Faye. Or should I say, Miss Grey?
What happened to Madam Faye? Well, Miss Faye, can you provide evidence that would establish her guilt once and for all?
Safe.
Save.
I mess up here, my career as a lawyer is over. But to be honest, at this point I don't have any evidence that's well-founded. Even so, I'd rather lose my attorney's badge than let her get away with murder. Your Honor, the defense would like to present proof.
Impossible. You can't possibly.
Stupid woman.
It is the opinion of the court that has already been enough discussion. This took much longer than I thought it would to
Everything has taken much longer than I thought it would.
Therefore, I will allow only one piece of evidence to be presented. Just one. If you're unable to establish her guilt, then I'm afraid that a very harsh verdict will immediately be handed down on Mr. Wright.
I understand, Your Honor. I can just imagine the headline for tomorrow's newspaper. Up-and-coming lawyer plummets to earth before she gets the chance to solve. She was planning to poison Mr. Wright. If that's the case, then the poison was probably in there.
In where?
Is it the medicine? Did she get him the medicine?
Oh!
Yeah.
The medicine.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Good call. Good call. I think you're right. Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah. Here it is, Your Honor. The evidence that will prove her guilt once and for all.
Cold Killer X? Phoenix Wright's beloved cold medicine? He. Does our rookie defense attorney have a bit of a cold?
If I did, I still wouldn't take this cold medicine. After all, it's been poisoned.
What?
Remember what the defendant said in his testimony? When I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on that day of the incident. He always has lunch with her.
The accident, yep.
I always eat with Dolly, just the two of us. She was the one who took his bottle of Cold Killer X. Then she poisoned it, knowing Mr. Wright was going to take some.
Now you're really grasping at straws. After all, it was the victim, Doug Swallow, that was holding the medicine.
I would like the court to recall the crime that happened here 8 months ago. Where did Miss Hawthorne hide the evidence?
Huh? What are you talking about?
8 months ago, the poison was hidden in her bottle necklace, which she then gave away to someone for safekeeping. Someone she accidentally run into the reading room, my client, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yes, that's right. She did the same thing this time as well. After shoving the victim, Mr. Phoenix Wright left the scene of the crime. This is when the murderer, Dahlia Hawthorne, appeared. With her, she was carrying a poisoned bottle of Cold Killer X. This, of course, was so she could carry out her plan to murder Mr. Wright.
I believe she did testify that she was going to meet with the defendant.
Yes, and she heard and saw everything that happened at the scene of the crime, including what the defendant and victim were arguing about and the cut electrical cable. That's when she realized, I can't allow Doug Swallow to live. She used the severed electrical cable to silence him forever. Unfortunately for her, this was when the problem occurred. Mr. Wright, who she thought had left the scene, came back to check on the victim. And on top of that, because of the power outage, some students showed up as well. It's hardly any wonder that she was, as she put it, in a state of panic. Recall that she was carrying the bottle of poison cold medicine. She must have thought, what if they searched me like they did 8 months ago?
8 months ago?
Yes, she disposed of the evidence exactly the same way as she did back then. She had someone else hold it, in his case, Doug Swallow. Oh, Lisa, it's almost midnight already.
Oh man, yeah.
Oh, come on now, everyone. Surely you aren't fooled, are you? This stupid woman, she's nothing but a filthy, stinking liar. Wow, lady. Right, Mr. Prosecutor?
Huh. Yes, that's exactly right. It's just pure desperation.
I wonder which one of us is the desperate one. So, Miss Hawthorne, this cold medicine, I wonder if you wouldn't mind taking some.
Well, Mr. Wright ate that necklace of yours, right? Now it's your turn to prove your innocence. What do you say? If I'm just a filthy, stinking liar, then there will be no need to worry. So come on, show us. I dare you to take some of this medicine out right now. Mia Fey! Mia Fey!
Oh, the butterflies
Do you
worked out.
think you've won? Well, do you, Mia Fey? Say yes, Mia. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. That's just fine. For the time being, victory is yours. For the time being? Well, I have a very long memory, you know. And you and I will meet again. I'm certain of it. Well then, Mr. Judge, I'll see you later too, okay?
Huh? Why? Yes.
I'm gonna spend a little quality time with the men in blue now. I wish you all the best.
So she's perfectly happy being arrested, I guess.
Phew. It's finally all over. I feel the same way, Mia.
I refuse to accept this.
Oh my god!
The defense hasn't shown a scrap of evidence to support their outrageous claim. But even so, your witness seems to have accepted it. I don't care. I'm Winston Payne. And I don't believe one word that this rookie lawyer has said.
Well then, Mr. Payne, let me ask you this. Yes?
Yes?
Would you care to try this cold medicine?
What?
Just a little earlier, I could have sworn you said... There. It's alright, rookie. Oh.
Yeah. For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life. He did say that.
So, if she's so trustworthy, then I'm sure there couldn't possibly be any poison in there, right?
Well, you see, yes.
And here comes the backpedal. Come on now, rookie killer. Show this rookie how it's done. How much trust do you really have for this woman? Are you willing to bet your life? Okay, end it already! Oh my god!
Yeah, my hair! It's flying off my beautiful hair! Oh, no! That's hilarious. Mr. Payne, about Miss Dahlia Hawthorne? Yes, Your Honor. I'll file papers for her immediate arrest. Tragic, but not surprising. I knew there was something suspicious about it from the very beginning. The fuck you did, Judge.
Don't lie, just admit you were wrong. Okay, end it already!
By the way, Miss Faye.
Yes, Your Honor?
There's story here. Was it just me, or did you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne know each other?
Why are you so stupid? Your Honor, whether we did or not has no bearing on this case.
Very well. Mr. Payne, this can't be happening. It's a nightmare. It's like losing to my daughter.
Whoa!
It appears Mr. Payne has lost his spirit along with his hair. Does the defendant have anything further to say?
He's got no...
It can't be true. My dear...
I want you to go to jail too.
Very well, then. I believe I am ready to pass judgment on bringing this trial to an end. The court finds the defendant, Phoenix Wright, not guilty. Whee! This court is adjourned.
Okay, I have to say, I don't know if I can take
April
another day of this.
District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. Mia, you're wonderful in there. Thank you for everything, Mr. Grossberg. Oh, that was Mia. During the verdict, I thought my hemorrhoids were going to explode like Mount Vesuvius.
Mr. Grossberg, do you maybe think you should stop talking about them?
That's rather rude.
Oh my god.
Anyway, this case really made me think. What does it really mean to have a relationship with mutual trust with a client? Perhaps it is we veteran lawyers who have lost sight of this.
Oh, Mr. Wright, congratulations.
Thanks. I was thinking.
Go on.
That dolly that I saw up there on the witness stand, I don't think that was really her.
What?
Yeah, the dolly I know could never have said those kinds of terrible things. Maybe she was like, I don't know, a fake or something.
Boy, this poor kid still hasn't got a clue. You need to forget about her, Mr. Wright, for your own sake.
Yeah, you're right. That's probably for the best.
Also, you need to relax a bit more. Try to grow up a little.
But out of all my friends, everyone says I'm the most grown up.
What kind of company does this guy keep?
Right now, I'm studying to become a lawyer myself.
God help you. That's what you keep saying. But I thought you were in the art department.
Well, yeah, I am. But there's
there's
a friend that I desperately want to help. And if I hurry, then I should still be able to save him in time.
I'm sure it'll take you a couple of days when you...
He's talking about Miles Edgeworth. Say, Miss Faye?
A
A
lawyer
lawyer is someone who can help people when they're in trouble, right?
Mr. Wright, I'm still new at this myself. But I think that's exactly what a lawyer is.
Okay, I'm going to do it. I'll study my butt off. I'll become a lawyer for sure. I hope we see each other again someday. Maybe even in court. It's been 5 years since I was acquitted of all charges. I became a lawyer like I planned and managed to save my friend. But Mia has passed on to a better place. For me, this trial brings up a lot of painful memories. But it also brings up some very precious ones. And memories that I thought it would never rise to the surface again. Mia's gone now, but even so, I can hear her in my mind.
Phoenix, no matter what, always believe in your client. In a court of law, your greatest weapon is your belief.
5 long years. Something has happened that's made me think back on to her words of wisdom. But that is a story for another day. Yay, the end!
Thank God.
Hey!
It's fun, but I don't know if I want to play it on stream again though.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Because there's a lot of reading.
There is a lot of reading,
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe we won't do this next Tuesday. We'll see. But I mean, that's the first case. If you enjoyed this, by all means, go play more Phoenix Wright. There are 2 collections. There's this one that has the first 3 games available on the Switch, the PS4/5, Xbox, etc., and PC. And there's also the Great Ace Attorney collection, which has 2 games in that one. They're prequels. It doesn't have Phoenix Wright. It has his ancestor, who travels from Japan to the UK. And that's where the cases take place. Although, again, the law is complete rubbish and doesn't actually resemble any real world law at all. And there's also, if you act quickly, you can actually also buy some games on the 3DS eShop and the Wii eShop that aren't super expensive before they the Wii U, the Wii U eShop, before they shut down next year in March, I think, March or May, one of the M months. So yeah. House of X, I didn't see you there, but yes, thank you. We're about to end. We actually should have ended half an hour ago, but this case took quite long. So I don't know what we're gonna do next week because Felicia seems to be like. I think did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed it. It just irritated me because it just took way longer than I thought it should. Yeah, and I thought it would be smarter as well. And after a while, it just got really tedious.
To be fair, the first episode of every game is a little bit like that because it's trying to teach you how to.
Yeah. I also think there's a lot of reading which I didn't really like. Yeah. I feel like if I played the game without having to read, I would enjoy it a lot more.
There you go. So we might play this on our own time instead of on stream. And then maybe Felicia will actually, because she has her own Switch, so maybe she'll play the first 2 games as well on her own. And then, then she can get on to that. But, so tomorrow I'm playing, well, if you enjoy this, I'm playing something very similar tomorrow. It's a game called Murder by Numbers for Dan Plays Through His Backlog. It's supposed to be a mix between Phoenix Wright and Picross. And I like both of those games, so I'll try that out tomorrow. So there might be a lot of reading tomorrow, but I'll be playing that by myself. Felicia has homework, I think, that she has to do tomorrow. So I'll be doing that by myself. And then on Thursday, I will continue my X-Men stream. I will once again attempt to defeat Magneto on Mutant Apocalypse for at most a half hour. I think I've got him, though. I should be able to beat him this time. I hope. And then I will continue on the Genesis game, where I'll be starting, I think, on Muir Island, fighting Sabretooth. And then on Sunday, Felicia is playing Stray. So we'll continue that on Sunday. Felicia will continue Stray. And then next Tuesday, we'll figure something out. We'll see what we're going to play. Because it's probably not going to be this. Because Felicia's right, there's a lot of reading. There was a lot more reading than I remember there being. I thought there was voice for some reason, but there isn't. For some reason in my head,
I think
was
that made it even more tedious for me.
Yeah. having to read all this stuff. So yeah, so we'll play something else. We'll pick something else that maybe it doesn't have all that much reading.
It's Wordle time.
It is Wordle time for us. Felicia would like Godot though. Yeah, so this is Godot. I've not encountered him yet. He's the every game has a prosecutor that you fight against. Pain is like the starter prosecutor, and you always beat him. And it's hilarious that this is how he lost his hair, because he always doesn't have hair in the other ones. And then you get to the real prosecutor, who's a lot better. And the cases become more convoluted, more interesting, and they take way longer than 2 hours. So that's why I thought we could get through this one case in 2 hours. It still took 2.5. But yes, anyway. So join me tomorrow for Murder by Numbers, which is very similar type of game to this. I think. That's what I've been told anyway. So yeah, thanks so much for hanging out. And I will see you tomorrow. Felicia will see you on Sunday.
Bye.
Bye-bye.